heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Yes, it is me, and tonight is going to be a good one because obviously my pretty's here. Also, yeah, people need to be very careful what they say, and if they want to mock me in front of other people or try to joke or try to, press buttons, all right, I can tell you one thing right now. As from now on, as of today, I'm not playing around anymore. If you're rude or disrespectful to me and think that you're funny, I assure you, you're not going to like the resolve. I will testify to. So just be very aware, right, how you approach me as an individual. You want to be constructive. You want to be rude and disrespectful. Then be constructive. Have the manners and the self decency to be respectful when you are being constructive. The second point is, hello everyone. How is everyone? I've got a bit of a head cold, so you're going to hear me sniffle, snaffle, and all that crap. And while we're at it, we may as well bring fucking trouble onto here. So without fail, say hello.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Oh, where the hell are you? You sound like you're in some sort of echo chamber there. But that's okay. As long as people can hear you, all good.
I'm in the spare room that has my computer set up now.
Oh, right. Okay, then. Well, you need to bring the microphone a little bit closer to you, but that's okay. If people can hear you, fine. Now, something very quickly before we crack on. Oh, my God. I do apologize. I do have a bit of a head cold, so my apologies. And with all due respect, hi Marlene, love you. But for all due respect, can we speak English today? This is an English speaking stream tonight. I'm not, to be honest with you, I've got a head cold, so therefore I'm not in the mood. Therefore, I'm going to be cranky. So yeah.
Well, we'll just put your hand in a corner.
Well, try it.
You might like it.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. So hello everybody. Hi Marlene. Gareth Bolter, new guy, welcome. Hero Chris, hi, how you doing? Mama Joe, hi, SMN, Ammo Girl. Eric, how you guys doing? It's good to see you again. Who else have we got? We got Nick D, Moosey Lady, the Jock Git. Who else? Who else have we got? Is that it at the moment so far? Oh, thank you very much for the 1 month membership there. Yeah, peasant. Hero Chris, thank you very much. So yeah, tonight's going to be an interesting one. Tonight's going to be Joe 2's here as well. Hello, greetings. Yeah, usually if I'm about to do something stupid, I usually leave, and I just left a minute ago because I was about to do something that I would have not regretted. Hi Kim, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you.
Where were you?
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Where were you that you left from? Where were you?
I was here.
What?
There you go. Oh my God. Anyway, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Greetings and salutations. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. And tonight, it's with yours truly, myself, and my pretty, the quiet one down there, the one who's sitting in the corner. Who's scared. So what? Yeah, okay. All right. So tonight we're going to be busting the gut. Well, we're going to be doing something. But anyway, so first and foremost, let's introduce my pretty. Welcome, my pretty. Her link is in the description, so if you want to go and give her a follow. And then obviously, peace. There's me. Oh my God, I feel like shit. I feel like I've been hit by a truck and the driver's gone, hey, piss off. Then there's me. And tonight we're going to be breaking some news. And this is not scripted, by the way. We're just coughing it. We're just off the cuff tonight. So get used to it. You may as well sit back and just go with the flow, because I don't know what the fuck to say. Well,
we have no idea what we're doing.
No, exactly. We don't know. You definitely need to come closer to the mic.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes. All right, let me turn you up a little bit. Unless, yeah, it makes sense. I've got this shit turned all the way down. I'm sorry. Right, say something now.
How about now?
Oh, yes, that's better. How about now is better, yeah. Anyway, right, so first things first. We're going to go into something very interesting. We're going to talk about these two clowns. Yeah. I mean, one thing these people have in common, this is what gets me, all right? Swamp Blizzard, right, aka Rory Kersey, right, was famous. Okay? Right? At one point, he had a stream, he had a show called Swamp Brothers. But you messed that one up by committing a federal crime. Now, with these idiots here, like our little Michael, sorry. All right. This guy, okay, apparently knew the Backstreet Boys, or, was in the industry. Yeah. But that's in the past. The Backstreet Boys don't exist anymore. They are no longer Backstreet Boys. They are now whatever.
Yeah, the boy has definitely fallen off of the rose.
Yeah. You know,
They're grown folks now.
yeah. And here's the thing, right? Now, I called it. I put a post up way before they went live. When anyone went. I put a post up, right, about these clowns, and the reason I don't talk about this Leslie woman is because of her mental health, right? But however, we're not going to be addressing that. We're going to be addressing everything else. Right? Okay. Now, like, why is it that you're that rich that you've got two properties, but both properties are in foreclosure, right? You both are fighting each other. You want to get divorced. You're taking your husband to court, but there you are sitting on a platform together, attacking people.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh,
And
it gets better.
I don't
Go
get
on.
a man sitting there supposedly being fully aware of everything that's been going on, and yet he's laughing and joking while allegedly she's saying that this other man did certain things to her. I can tell you that my husband would be in jail. He would be ready to unalive somebody if they did that to me. I don't get it. I don't understand the relationship.
I mean, one thing I can assure you of, if that happened to my beautiful queen, I would be under the jail.
Right. Wouldn't you? I mean, you would at least be upset. You surely wouldn't be laughing about it online.
I would be
I don't think
extremely.
he knows everything.
I would be extremely perturbed.
Yeah, to say the least. I
And
mean,
that's
I
what
know
you.
that if it was flipped around and
Yeah.
it was somebody doing that to my husband, I would be going. She thinks ho dunk is funny. Oh no. I'd be
And
showing her ho dunk for real.
and here's the thing. Like, when you look at the comments, I sent a screenshot to you, didn't I? And
Yes.
there was a certain comment about a very close friend of mine who has got nothing to do with these people. And the thing is, when you poke Mama Bear's going to poke back with all four claws, right? And what I find quite funny, these two, right? Now, you just have to imagine, this is what he looks like, okay? This is the ugly fucker who he looks like. This is when they're on the stream. This is what they look like the other night, okay? She's wearing a wig. She's shouting into the mic. He's like sitting there like if he's like a fucking, she's a ventriloquist. But yeah, anyway, this is what she looked like on a video before, right? And this is what she looked like when before any of this. So you think about it, yeah.
Oh yeah, you couldn't pick them out in a lineup because you don't know what the hell they really look like.
I mean, and here comes the best part. Here comes the best part here. Are you ready for this? I got sent a clip of that, and I went to watch because it was the clip where a certain individual was put her name was put in there, and I don't take nicely to that because like she's got fuck all to do with any of this. She just, So I did a little bit of digging, as you do, as you do, right? Now here's the thing. The manufacturing dates for him is 1970. For her, 1977. That makes her 49 right now, and that makes him 55, correct?
I think so, yeah. If he's 70, he'd be 55.
Right. So, answer this question. If they've only been married 13 years, how come they've got an adult daughter?
That daughter does not belong to him. That daughter belongs to the first husband.
Oh.
I won't say his name, but anyway, she was married previously. She met her first husband whenever she was in chiropractic school. In fact, he's a chiropractor. And she met him, and this is out of her own mouth. The bio is online. It's up there publicly for everybody to read.
Yeah.
She says she got pregnant, and she ended up marrying her child's father. and that the marriage didn't work out. One thing she says is because she couldn't be the kind of wife that he needed. And the other one, hang on, let me shut the window.
I was just about to say, what the hell is going
I'm
on in
sorry,
there?
they're doing work outside. One thing she says that she couldn't be the kind of wife he wanted because he wanted, I guess, a more traditional wife. And so she ended up having a daughter.
Whoa. Hang on a minute, oh short one.
Yeah.
Please explain to the peasants and the humans out there what a traditional wife is.
Okay.
Darling, are you a traditional wife?
Okay, he wanted a more what is considered a traditional wife. Somebody
Submissive.
that takes care of the right. Somebody takes care of the household, that takes care of the home. Is not quite as independent, I think, as she was. She was very independent, and I think he wanted her a little bit more submissive.
Hi, Faith says it all. Hi, you've missed. Yeah. But here's what. Do you know what? Right? They need to put up this little sign. I've got like a screenshot of it. It's like Durex, a condom prevented this post. That's what they need to put up every time they do like a stream. Because when I watched that clip, okay, and they're going on about 13 years together. Now, if they've been together 13 years, that would have made him, all right, 40. That would have made him 42. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if she's 49, 13 years together, that would have made her 36.
Right.
Okay. So.
And according to her bio, they have 3 children.
Yeah.
The youngest, I think, is 7. I think it's what the bio said. I think that's right.
Yeah, she mentioned it. Yeah, she mentioned it the other day because I got sent a 5.5 minute clip, and I was like, do I have to? I mean, it's like, do I need to somehow get a life jacket or some sort of umbrella? Because at one point in that clip, she started eating on mic. That I find the most disgusting thing anyone can do. Right, and then shouting down the I mean, you don't. That is a directional microphone. You don't have to shout into it. It will pick up a fart if you actually allowed it. Now, obviously, there's a lot that's not making sense. Now, obviously, I did a bit of research on him and on both of them, and I found that he's only got one review, and that one review is not a nice one. It's basically, I mean, so, and the thing is, he's a lawyer. She was a lawyer, not for long, but she was a lawyer. He's been a lawyer for quite a while. When 2002, he became a lawyer. He passed the bar. So how come why are they trying to why inject yourself into something that's got nothing to do with you? Because to be perfectly honest with you, I've gone all the way back, and there's nothing about this Freddy Grom, whatever you want to call him, nothing, not from Jeremy Hell's side.
I agree.
There's nothing, and then suddenly, when Deuce Boy in brought these people onto this, she injected herself and then played the victim, and she plays the victim all the time. She actually, in fact, I think the crampons, right, and the swamp lady and then lizard lady, they should take a page out of her book because she does it really well. She does it very well,
Yeah. I just sent you 2 things. They're actual things that she has written herself. So this is not something I'm making up by any way, shape, or form. These are press release things that she wrote herself. And it explains her backstory, and it's extremely interesting. She wrote a book about her life. And it's to advertise that biography book that she wrote, telling her life story.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie was an overachiever most of her early years, winning national dance scholarships from the age 12 and 15 to study in Los Angeles. Dancing is a skill. It's not a Okay, carry on. Carry on what you're saying.
Well, you can study dancing, you can learn to do dancing, and she did, and she was actually, I mean, what leads me to believe that she's actually being factual in this is that she actually stipulates that she was in a Disney production, and she absolutely was. She was in, I think it's Sebastian's. Oh shoot, I can't think of what it is. Something about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not taking anything. I mean, I know that she's been in the position of fame, and she's got a name for herself. And the one thing I've noticed with people who've got a bit of fame and then start to fail in life, may it be in a work environment or in general, they will always go back to that to brag about it or to use it as a stepping stone per se, so to speak.
Look, if you got to brag about being famous, you ain't famous.
Oh, thank you, Ammo Girl. No need for that, but congratulations to those. Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, if you're the one that's bragging about how famous you are, then you're really not famous, because famous people don't go around saying, I'm famous.
No.
They just tell you who they are and you know. It's real simple.
I mean, it's like when she had her first child at 25, right? That means her daughter now is 24 years old. So therefore, her daughter doesn't have to have any interaction with her whatsoever. Now, one question. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not me having a dig. This is observational only. Why would a grown-ass woman who's going to be turning 50 at some point this year sit on a platform wearing wigs and God knows what else for attention? What? Don't you get attention at home? Hey, Michael, aren't you paying your wife attention, mate? Hey, listen, fella, look. Come on.
She can't get enough of that. She can't get enough attention. That's the whole point. She can't get enough. That's her thing. She wants complete attention all the time, and she's not getting enough attention. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, which brings me on to the next part. Now, by the way, these pictures were generously donated to me by Ammo Girl. Thank you very much, Ammo Girl. I really appreciate that. But one thing I do want to point out is this. After watching that clip, I decided to go back and watch it. I gave her the views. That's not a problem. I went and listened, and I listened to it, a lot of it. And at 1 hour, 47 minutes, that's when you start hearing the threats. That's when you start hearing who this woman really is.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I thought the crampons and all these ever freaking space cadets were bad. I thought Mr. Magoo, right, who likes to try by combat but probably couldn't fight himself out of a wet paper bag even if he was assisted. I don't even know how to say this politely, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I'll say it anyway. Right? Is the fact that she would sit on a platform trying to getting people to follow her so they can hear the stories. That's all right, okay, if you want to plug yourself that way, fine. But the fact that you sit on your platform and then make threats to spend all your money on ad revenue or ads to damage someone else's platform and income. Right? That's not just that. But then the second thing is you've made false allegations against Jeremy Hells, which we've all heard about. So we're not going to milk a dead cow, right? Because we've already brought that one. We've already mentioned that, and other people have mentioned it. So it's only fair to say, hey, look, hi, Snowflower, my darling. Oh, hello, Yogi, Texas. Okay, I didn't realize there was. Okay, there's a lot of strange things from Texas. Anyway, right. All right. But here comes the big clanger. She's admitted of writing that obituary herself. Wait,
yes.
Can you remember someone being blamed for that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And here's another thing. She also slipped up. She's blaming Megan Fox for calling for that school or that university or whatever where she was teaching.
She's blaming everybody. She's blamed everybody and their brother.
Mm-hmm. And what does she and that little Mikkel, that Muppet, what do you think they've got in common with everyone else on the anti-what the hell's ecosystem? See if you can get it. See if you can get it. Go, try it. Go for it.
What do I think that they have in common with everybody?
Uh-huh. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Jerry Schneider.
Oh my God.
Mm. Think about it. I wish I could do the sound of that Blockbusters countdown.
Oh my God. What do they have in common with? I mean, there's so many things I could say they have in common, but I don't know where you're going.
Right. Do you want to put it to the would you like to ask the audience or would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah. I'll take ask the audience, please.
Okay, audience. What do you think Leslie Lips or Life Jacket Lips has in common with everyone within the anti what the hells? Oh my God, Snowflower, my darling. Oh my, thank you. Oh wow.
They're jealous of Jeremy for one.
Besides that, and I'm a bit gobsmacked right now. Fucking Snowflower's gonna do it on me again. Thank you so much, my darling.
That was so sweet.
That is very nice. But that there, I'll tell you at the end of the stream why and what and everything else. See, don't do that, Snowflake. You keep on knocking me out of sync when you do that. Anyway, right. No, not stupid. Right. You Snowflower, darling. Thank you. No, it's not brains. It's not stupidity. Keep going, guys. Keep going. See if you can get it.
I say jealousy.
No. Nope.
Money hungry?
Nope. Nope. Keep going. I'll give you a couple more tries and then I'll tell you.
All right, let's see.
I'm surprised you guys are not hitting it on the nail because I've been saying it so much. I've been saying it over a year. No, not that. not that, Eric. No. No.
You have been saying that for over a year.
We're getting close. Criminals, delusional. Yeah, I've been saying that a lot. Yeah. They're correct. Well, unless you got a professional who can actually certify your insanity,
Scammers?
then obviously. Excuse me.
Scammers?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fact. Liars. Yeah. Okay. Right. How about this? You ready, guys? Everyone,
Okay.
get ready. Get ready. Turn of hurdles. Get ready. Hello. Transparency and showing proof and evidence. Ta-da!
The lack thereof.
Exactly. There's like all these allegations and all these the only people who've actually, and I find it quite interesting actually, the only people who've actually ever shown any factual proof or anything they talk about is myself. Thank you very much. Is Squid Pro Que. Thank you very much. DJ Rattis. Thank you very much. Jeremy Hales. Thank you very much. Don't you find that strange? That everyone who actually stands up and goes, hey, fuck you, here's proof. And anything they say is factual proof.
Yeah.
Don't you find that interesting?
I find it extremely interesting that nobody shows any proof. I mean, I'd love her. Even the video that she made that she took down, where she put up some screenshots. Even those screenshots of the messages that she thought nobody got, but we did. even those messages are so damaging. It's like, oh my God. I
Yep.
just don't understand. I don't understand.
Now, excuse me. Oh my good God. I don't even know how to carry. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Right. Now, you're thinking, what? Oh shit! What did I do to that picture? Oh snap! 1 second, please. 1 second, please. You carry on talking while I go and find this shit again.
Right. And yes, Barb, I know that there is quite a difference between the avatar and the real person. Just there is huge, and I mean that literally huge difference. And Jerry, you're exactly right. You are 100% right. The video she put up with the screenshots just earlier, like maybe 12, 13 hours ago. I mean, and Jeremy put up some screenshots too. And I mean, dang, I can be a little freaky kid sometimes, but some of that stuff she was saying was was embarrassing just for me to read. I don't even say that stuff to my own husband. If I said some of that stuff, my husband looked at me like I was crazy.
1 second.
Melinda,
I'm still.
I don't know how long before. I don't know how long it would take for the foreclosure. I know that I think next month they're supposed to discuss about the property, the homestead and such. And I do believe it's April the 2nd that the creditors have to have their paperwork submitted basically so that they can get a piece of the pie, so to speak. But I will tell you that nowhere so far is Lisa anywhere listed as a creditor. So just letting everybody know she is not a creditor of record as of this moment.
I doubt
According
very
to
much she'll ever be, because I think that there is going to come back to bite them in the ass. To be perfectly honest with you,
I hope it does.
because don't you have to be invited by the case or by the trustee? And
Well, you have to have a claim. You have to have proof that somebody owes you money. You have to show that proof and produce it to the attorney, and the attorney has to list you as a creditor.
right,
So there has to be actual proof that somebody owes you money. Now, can they fabricate that? Well, of course, people can fabricate anything. I mean, the jails are full of people that fabricated stuff. But you can better believe that they're going to go over this bankruptcy with a fine-tooth comb, because you don't have just one person look over the bankruptcy. Randy don't just have somebody in his office. There is thousands upon thousands of people that are reading these court documents for themselves, and they are looking into things and they are investigating. And then in turn, they're turning around and saying, look what I found. And this other person saying, look what I found. And you put it all together, and like I said, it's not just one person. It literally is thousands upon thousands.
I mean, like let's look at this. Let's look at this in a way of I mean, they're fucked, don't you? I hope they realize that, like, when trying to impersonate a creditor when you're not a creditor, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. That's for sure.
And think about this, Teaspoon. This. Let me just say this from the get-go, people. This is my own personal opinion. I'm not offering any legal advice. I'm not trying to act like I'm a lawyer, because I'm not. But I'm going to give you my own hillbilly thoughts.
Ding, 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 diddling, ding, ding. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
I hear the banjos going in the background. Okay. The fact that she started this stuff with Jeremy, supposedly, allegedly, and she didn't tell Queenie about it, okay? Queenie found out later on. And then her and Queenie colluded with each other to continue this farce, correct?
Yes.
Isn't that exactly what they're being sued for? The collusion, the coming together, the meeting of the minds.
Oh, wait. I just remembered something.
What?
You're a hey, Psst, come here a minute. Come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, we're felons, so we need to be very careful. So keep an eye on the windows and on the door. If anyone starts sneaking up, that's probably ICE or some imaginary police force. Just thought I'd let you know. But carry on.
I know, because we can't be talking about court documents, you know. We're practicing without a license.
No. No, we're talking about everything.
I know. Google's going to get me trouble, too. We got to be careful.
Right.
But look, my question is this, okay? How does Queenie know that Lips is not fooling her now? How does she know that Lips is still not cool, that she's not working with Jeremy to get more dirt on Queenie by getting her to drop her guard, by making her think like this was all a joke, that she really didn't say that stuff on purpose, you know, that she's Lisa's best friend now? Queenie needs to be careful. She needs to be careful.
Oh yes. Hey, host picker. Here's one thing what I do find funny. Queenie, or whatever you want to call her, or crampons, right? It's the lip fog. It's. I mean, the thing is, have you noticed how many times they contradict themselves now?
All the time. That's because there's too many people involved. They can't keep the story straight.
Yep.
And right, so there's no ringmaster controlling the circus. As far as you don't have that center person that's controlling everybody. They're kind of all going off on their own, doing their own thing, and then they're trying to bring it back together.
Yes, well, like Brucey boy.
Exactly, you know. Right. We need the ringleader back. You know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me do it this way. Hey, Bruce, all's forgiven. Come back, you dick. No, anyway. And I promise I won't call you a cockwomble. I'll just stick to Knobstacle and then we'll go from there, okay? No. Now and Paint Chips, I hope that you're getting the help that you deserve. Seriously. Using a 15
I want him to get everything he deserves. I agree with you on that. Everything he deserves. Everything. I want him to get it all.
Now, I want to show you what 13 years does when you're married to someone like Life Jacket Lips, okay? Now, as you know, prior, this is what he looks like when he hasn't had a shower or anything. Okay. This is when he was on a stream with, I don't even know who that woman is, right? Like how much money does she spend on makeup, on wigs and Botox? Anyway, we move on. This is what he looked like 13 years ago.
Right. What the hell? I just don't get it. I mean,
look at the bags on. Look, I mean, like I mean, what's he got? Has he got his skin sort of like elasticated around the back of his head, and he's got like some sort of paper hair clip?
It looks like he's got eyeliner on to me. I think he has on makeup. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, just for the record, we're not trying to embarrass you, Michael. This is all public information. This is all public.
Man. He was a very, very good-looking man, extremely professional looking.
Until he hit that rubber. You carry on talking until I can get this sentence in one go. Oh, I told you we were going to have fun tonight if we don't fucking script it.
But he was really, there's more pictures up of him, like when he, let's just say 7-8 years ago, there's pictures on the internet of him, and he is a very good looking man.
Yep. I mean, I'm like, every hole's a goal, but I mean, I wouldn't, I'd keep the light on, but
and he had a great reputation at one time. I will say that much for him. He really, really did. Had a great reputation.
Yeah. Sorry, Karen.
I mean, think about it. Look at the home. They had a beautiful home that they lived in. She needs to do them windows. Just saying. She needs to clean them windows. But anyway.
Yep.
If anybody saw the picture I'm talking about, you all know what I'm talking about. She needs to clean them windows. But they have a beautiful home, had a beautiful location. She's got a beautiful family.
And it's gated where they are.
She's got 4 beautiful children. But God love her, she still can't be happy.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is, here's like she's 49 years old, right, and she's hitting the big 5-0 soon. Maybe it's I don't know. It's probably like a anterior thing, but at the end of the day, yeah, you're not 16, you're not 18, you're a grown ass woman, and you're acting like a 10-year-old. You are attacking people that you have nothing to do with. You are lying through your teeth, and just because you were a attorney, a lawyer, doesn't make you perfect, and it definitely doesn't make you clever, because
And it
the live
doesn't make
stream
you classy.
exactly, and everything you've done over the last year since you injected yourself into this case is going to. I watched Jeremy stream the other night, and even I had to like mute him when he started singing, but that's beside the point. I can't sing for shit, but he can play the guitar, which I find so unfair because I can't. Anyway, now usually when I slap someone around the head with an ironing board, I usually shout "Surfs Up," but that's from a film, by the way. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Now here's the thing: everything that she has done, everything that she has said, everything and she's even been told point blank by DJ Rattis, for example, by other people. Yeah. If someone is concerned, okay, about anything, they'll say something, won't they? Yes, they will. Now, here's the thing. If you go and watch her streams and you go and watch her videos and you do some research, this is why I get so pissed off with people, because they don't do their research. They don't go and do it themselves, but they expect people like me or you or someone else to fucking give it to them. And I'm not here to feed you your food. You are here to learn to eat for yourself. And if you did your research and you dug deeper, like you went back a year or 2 years or 3 years, like you would find stuff that would make your eyes do a 360. There is stuff out there that I'm not going to publish and I'm not going to put out on my platform, because I don't want to be, I don't want to start using chemical warfare to clean my platform. But at the end of the day, the behavior of these individuals, right, is an agenda. They are doing it. They have planned this and planned this way before. You remember last year when I said this was all planned, the whole thing with the anti what the hells and everything else, way before they went anti what the hells. I said this was planned. Mm-hmm. This is a setup. They were setting all this up. Her going live with her husband the other day and me watching that clip and then ending up watching most of it proved me right. She has got nothing to do with this case, nothing to do with anything else. The only reason she's the only reason she's still involved is because people are taking the piss out of her because of her behavior. And
she's getting attention.
Oh yeah, she needs that attention. I wonder what Michael thinks. Michael, do you like the fact that your wife does certain streams? I mean, there's a rumor going around that she's OnlyFans as well, but I don't, unless I see proof, which I'm not going to go looking for because I'm not that way inclined. I don't really care. What I do care about is the facts and the truth. And the facts and the truth is she is part of a circle that has fallen apart. Now she's on her own. And what's the only way she's going to do it is make fabricated lies. Now, if you go and look at the history of her cases, a lot of her cases, you'll find a pattern in her behavior. Just saying.
And you know what's sad? The saddest part is, at one point in time, she may have been a very good attorney. She may have actually done some good for people, and she could probably have kept that going, but that mouth got in the way.
Not just the mouth.
That attitude got in the way.
Yeah.
And it's stopping her from being the person, this is my opinion, it's stopping her from being the person that she probably could have been. But this didn't just happen overnight. This has been going on forever, because that thing that I sent you, she admits on there that her husband and her parents put her in a mental institution. So that tells me that back when she was in her 20s, she was having issues. Back in her 20s, there were still these same types of issues happening.
I do believe that, like, she was on a while back. She was actually on the Walrus's platform, and I do believe hi Robert. Hi, Kasha. I do believe that she did discuss her mental
Yeah.
health and her everything else. Now, I'm going to make this 100% clear. This is not about her mental health. This is not about anything to do with that or her medical condition. What this is about is the behavior. Right
Correct.
now, and if she was put in in an institution when she was younger against her will or whatever, all right, that's something that she needs to take up legally with whoever did it. All right, we are not responsible for her mental health or anything else. She is, but like one thing I have noticed, a lot of people are playing that label. Now, I made a song and it was directed at a group of people, but I'm glad I actually wrote this song. And if you don't mind, can I play it very quickly? Why are you muted? Oh, she's probably shouting at someone right now. Why are you making so much noise? Oh, she's back.
I don't know why it did it. Did it on its own. I believe I got ghosts in the house.
No, you were just licking your screen as per no. So I'm gonna play this song, and I want you guys. Hopefully, it'll work. I want you guys to listen to the wording. Right? I mean, this is wait a minute. Here we go. This is no word of a lie. I want you to listen to the wording. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. Right. So you mute yourself, and then I'm going to play this and we'll...
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
In the halls where power slept so proud, the whispers grow 1,000 loud. The marble cracks, the gold turns gray. A city's throne is swept away. Rome shall fall, its heart shall break, not by steel nor armies wake, but by lies that bleed and hands that cheat. It crumbles under its own deceit. The gods once praised now turn their head, as honor fades and truth lies dead. No foe has come, no blade drawn near. The fight is within, fed by fear. Through winding streets where echoes weep, rot spreads deep, secrets keep. The synod laughs, the people cry, yet behind their masks their spirits die. Rome shall fall, its heart shall break, not by steel nor armies wake, but by lies that bleed and hands that cheat. It crumbles under its own deceit. Lead Legions falter, their will grows frail. No glory left to lift the tail. Foundations tremble, dust fills the air. The cost of greed, too great to bear. Legions falter, their will grows frail. No glory left to lift the tail. Foundations tremble, dust fills the air. The cost of greed, too great to bear.
And there you go. That there, fucking hell, that messed it. That went tits up, didn't it? Freaking hell. Hi there, Snipe on. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Like, anyway, so what was I saying? So, did you listen to the words?
I did.
And what did it tell you?
What do you mean? What did it? About talking about Rome falling.
Yes. What would you designate Rome in this whole situation?
Them, the antis.
Anti what the hell? Yeah.
Yes.
What else was in the song?
I don't know. That's the part I got.
That's the only part you. You're fired.
That's the part I got. I was listening to the song and it was talking about Rome falling and basically it's going to fall because of their own mistakes. And so I was just following through, like associating it with the anti what the hells.
Right. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just. Right. The marble halls where shadows crept, Caesar whispered lies as the empire slept. The golden throne built high with fraud now cracks beneath the weight of gods. You thought the fire wouldn't burn your name, but silent screams in history's flame. Rome shall fall, the mighty shall break, truth will rise from the ruin they make. Glory dies when honor is lost, the peoples rise no matter the cost. The streets will echo the broken trust, as steel and justice rise from the dust. No crown can shield what time devours, the final breath comes for false powers. They led with lies, but truth will speak, from every wound the vengeance leaks. Rome shall fall, the mighty shall break, truth will rise from the ruins they make. Glory dies when honor is lost, the people rise no matter the cost. The Colosseums roar again, steel and blood shall right the end. Not the empire, not the gold, but the truth that must be told. Rome has fallen, Caesar's gone, the people rise, their will is strong. No more shadows, no more lies, only truth beneath the skies. For truth we rise, for truth we rise, for truth we fight, in every heart we reignite. Basically, what I'm saying with that, right? What I'm saying with that is this: the whole of anti-what the hells and life jacket lips, everything they've been doing right now is just full of lies, full of deception, deflection, subterfuge, and they're getting caught out in their lies. And every time someone gets caught out in their lies, what do? They go on the defensive. They attack.
Right. They attack the people that's calling them out.
Annie, hi, Annie. Hi, Sarah. So, beach bum. Oh, okay. So yeah. So basically, say what?
It's Sarasota Beach Bum.
Oh, Saratoga. Right. Okay. I thought it was Saratoga fucking beach bum. I don't fucking know. You're Americanese, right? Shit. Spawn. I saw lips short today. Why won't hells drop timestamp video debunking lips before lies and get Hells arrested. Well, first of all, Randy, hi, welcome, by the way, firstly. Right, why should he? Why should, I mean, like when you've got two people in a vehicle, right, and they're recording in that vehicle and you can see the text messages, right, the actual text messages that everyone has seen since, okay, why would he have to prove the accuser? Oh, welcome back. Why are you on top? You should be on top. I should be on top.
I like it that way.
Woman. All right. So basically, it is the burden of proof for Leslie and Michael and everyone else to prove what has been said is factual truth. Now, this is why I find it quite funny whenever people like to make accusations, but they never show factual proof. They will make an allegation. They'll sound good when they're doing it. You know, I mean, look at Leslie. I mean, she's a former lawyer. Right, so therefore she knows the terminology. She knows that she's got the inside information, so she knows how to use different types of terminology. So, Randy, why would Hales have to prove the timestamp? Don't you think that Leslie would have to show actual proof? Now, it's very easy to send people, you know, text messages and stuff like that, even unsolicited. That's another thing. Now, you know, well, I don't know if you know, but we know, if we all know, that Jeremy, when he goes to storages, he never goes alone. He's always with someone. And that's not an excuse. That's fact. So if he was at a storage, just hypothetically speaking, work with me on this one. If he goes to a storage where he happens to, you know, you've got like, you know, a couple of his friends, Rob and that other guy, I don't know what his name is, the old fella. All right. And they're there and he's getting these text messages and he turns around and he says, oh, look at this fucking nutter sending me text messages. Look at this. All right. If he's receiving text messages unwanted, what do you think that is? There's a statute in Florida, right? When you send unsolicited communication, when someone says, look, stop. But the thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, don't you think that the crampons, swamp lizard, and everyone else should be showing their proof, which they've never had? So why should he? Considering that he already has. He doesn't have to show a timestamp.
No,
and if
the
he
burden
really
of proof falls on them. If they're going to take him to court, or if they're going to file police reports, the burden of proof falls on them to prove it.
exactly
You're
where's
innocent
it?
till proven guilty, not guilty till proven innocent.
Yeah, exactly. Robert Ward, welcome to the Peasantries. Now, here's the thing I should ask you, Randy. Where's the police report? And say, for example, like, you know, Lips went live the other day. And if the police report was done on that day or the day after, then I'm going to question that, because at the end of the day, why would you go make and here's another thing, just saying, right? Making a false police report on an SA is quite damning from what I've been told. Because you see, I've got friends in the States. One's a cop and the other one's is a high freaking earning lawyer. Yeah. And I asked him, and he turned around and he said, well, if you make a false police report on an SA, that's more serious if you just make a false police report. Because
why wait this long before you go and do something? If this
Exactly.
person supposedly did this to you and you suffered these great horrendous things,
exactly, and
why haven't you done this already? Why haven't you put a stop to it? Why haven't you been before now? Why only now, after you got your feels hurt? Why
Perfect.
now go and do it?
Yeah, perfect example. I mean, I know that everyone already knows about this, so I'm just going to use it as an example. When poor Travis was down at Tubetown, okay, and he went up to what's that ever play Memorial? That is brilliant. I like that wishing well, and I know who made it. Never was. Yeah, and I know who made that wishing well, and that is fucking well done, actually, by the way. But one thing I'm going to say: why is Lizard Lady standing outside her property, right, armed, by the way, All right. And this has already been covered. I'm just using it as an example. All right. Armed. Yeah. And considering the historical situations with these two parties. If I could tell you one thing now, if I was there and I saw her standing with a gun, I would have with a pew pew. I would have driven straight past. I would have totally ignored it, and I would have driven straight past. You know why? It's because at the end of the day, anything can happen. Because unless they get psychologically evaluated that they are safe to carry those pew pews, I wouldn't be anywhere near them. If I'm not armed, I don't want to be anywhere near them. Because I would want to be able to defend myself. But anyway, we digress. Now, you say, and I get what you're saying. No, the only reason I'm saying it is because Levy County Police is looking for was to get. I mean, like, here's put it this way: Levy County Sheriff's Department are as much use as a fart in a spacesuit. And to be perfectly honest with you, so is the DA and the AD and whatever you want to call them there, right? I think that because a lot of people have said, oh, it's a good old boys type of thing, right? Fine. But at the end of the day, with everything that's happened, Randy, and I want you to step back and I want you to work with me on this one. With everything that's occurred over the last 2 years or since all this kicked off. Oh, there you go. Oh, lost connection. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Right. Now, since all this has kicked off, right, 3 times one individual has pointed a pew-pew at someone. 3 times.
Right.
Okay. Once that one individual ended up in jail for over a month. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, what does it take for someone or for law enforcement or a department or someone else to actually do something? Does it take someone to to be unalived for them to actually step in and actually do something? And you know what? I have to say this, right? Jeremy Hales has tried everything, right, to stick by his guns with them, and he can't. He would have to now. I mean, me personally, I would go higher. I would go state level. I would go federal level, because at the end of the day, Levy County Sheriff's Department are doing jack.
That's true.
Okay, and you know, I don't want to see anybody on either side to get hurt. No. But knowing the characters and the personalities and the unhinged behavior of some of the people, you know, it's only a matter of time. And touch wood, it doesn't happen, but it's only a matter of time. So if you want to do something, and I don't condone anyone contacting anyone at any time, but if you want to do something about it, you should turn around to Jeremy and say, "Hey, Jeremy, I think you need to take this legal. I think you need to take it up to the federal. You need to take this to a Supreme Court or to a higher court, because, you know, every day you're walking around on eggshells, or you're walking around in a minefield, and you only know where certain mines are. So there's only so far you can go. And now with Leslie sitting on a platform with her husband, who she wants to divorce, from what I've heard and seen, you know, I mean, their relationship is not, you know, pucker, is it? I mean, he's a bloody wank stain anyway. I mean, just look at him.
I mean, there is a divorce pending in the courts. I can say that much.
Well, they didn't look like they wanted to be divorced the other night, did they?
Makes you wonder then, why is there the divorce pending in the courts? Is it to try to get by on something? Is it because they're working out? If you're working out, would you take the divorce down? I don't know. Just a question.
I mean, it makes you think, though, doesn't it?
It does. Because there clearly is a divorce pending in the courts right now between the two of them. What that means, I don't know. I can only tell you that it's there.
Yeah.
And it makes you question. It makes anybody question. You're going to question these things. Can't help it. Just common sense makes you wonder that you just don't get it.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
It does make you think. It makes you, because I mean, there's only one or two options. One, you're trying to protect your assets so that if the house does get foreclosed on, you can try to put in, because you're separating, you're claiming that you're separating for your husband. So you're trying to hold on to certain assets if this goes south with the house and the mortgage and stuff like that. Or two, you're trying to work things out. I don't know. Her text that she sends to Jeremy doesn't sound like she's trying to work things out. The pictures that she sent to Jeremy doesn't say she's trying to work things out with her husband. I don't know.
And here's like, I don't know if this is true, and I'm only going by hearsay, so I can't prove anything. So please take that as hearsay. Apparently, this is not the first time she's done this by sending inappropriate communication to men.
It's not. It's not. I know a lady. It's not. I know. It's not. This is not the first time she sent inappropriate pictures of herself to another man that she was not in a relationship with, and she was not married to, dating, or whatever. It's not the first time.
See, that makes you think then, doesn't it? It makes you think, like, you know, if she's done this the first time, and look, at the end of the day, you know, whatever she wants to do, it's her choice. You know, if she gets her rockers off, then fine. But there has to be a line that you don't draw, that you don't cross, and she's crossed that line. Now,
and let me say this real quick before I forget. When I say that, I'm telling you what this woman has told me explicitly, point blank, told me that has happened in her life.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
So,
no, obviously you got the better insight, because obviously the information is way closer to you than it is for me. so like, where can this go? What can be what's going to be done by this? How is it going to be resolved? What actions are going to be taken for this? I mean, at the end of the day, we already know what these people are like. You know, I mean, like, obviously they're getting the attention because we're talking about her.
Yeah.
So let's put the cards on the table, shall we? I personally think that, like, instead of talking about it, stuff like this, and I'm going to say this, and, you know, if Jeremy Hells hears about this, I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way. But me, I wouldn't be talking about it online. I'll be dealing with it behind the scenes. As simple as that. Because when like we were on Squid's stream, and Squid's covered this as well. We were on Squid and I discussed this, and Squid and I said he never travels alone. He's always with someone. If it's not with George, it's with someone else. Right? So, you know, unless we see 100% proof, it's bullshit. So why is it that, like, we see all the proof? We've actually seen them in the vehicle. Now, he doesn't, like, with everything going on, and a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people realize this, is that I've noticed that with George and Jeremy, they will record everything. The moment something starts happening, they start recording. That's one thing I've noticed with both of them.
Yeah. So
they're in the vehicle driving, like they're driving back from a storage, or they're driving to a storage, and they are filming. You know, you can tell the difference at what different time of day they were at. And you can tell that, like, they were filming this for transparency and accountability.
Now, what is it the police officer said? No video, no proof. It didn't happen.
Exactly. So you explain to me why, if you go back and watch, and you watch Jeremy's short, or you watch Jeremy's video, and you watch and you put up the stream and you pause it and look at that fucking text message, that is exactly the same text message as they showed us. So why the fuck would he lie about shit like that? Why would he have to prove timestamps? That can be done in court. Or it could be done if he goes down to police, if he decides to take legal action against this, and he goes down to police, like state police or Leeds County, and they turn around and don't do fuck all. then he can take it to state police or federal, whatever, right? But he's got proof. So where's theirs? Where's theirs? It's a two-way conversation. So why didn't she show anything the other night? If she's so innocent and that like everything that she's saying is true, where's the fucking proof? It's as simple as that. You can't make it even. You can't dumb it down. You know, I don't know. Can you?
And on the video that was made earlier today, when she posts screenshots, I don't know if anybody saw them or not. Of course, I do have a picture, but when she put this short up, it was a collage, I'll say, of screenshots between her and supposedly, allegedly Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
But there's one in the background, and it's a picture. Okay, it's a picture, and the picture says, "For you, Master Jeremy," and I don't know what the picture is, but she has taken and scratched out the face and only lets you see just a little bit of her head. But she doesn't show you the whole picture. Wonder why. Wonder why you don't show the whole picture. Yeah. I'm just curious. What's on the picture that you can't show everybody?
And so here's another thing that I find quite interesting. If you were assaulted, you go straight to the police. The police would literally strip you off. They would take all the clothing off you for DNA. You know, they would literally, you know, they would take you to hospital. They would get you. I mean, like, you know, SMN hit the nail on the head. You know, they would take you to hospital. They'd get you examined and everything else. All right. And then obviously he would then be detained on that day, you know, for these allegations. Why hasn't that happened? Because she's lying. It's very easy to send people text messages. Very easy. And here's another thing. Why would Jeremy sit in his vehicle, record himself with George sitting next to him saying, "Oh, we've both been texting her, responding to her text"? So basically what you're saying, that George also inappropriately touched her? Don't you find that weird? Don't you find that it's like, why is it that when we cover this shit, we seem to look at it in a more common sense sort of.
I'm clutching my pearls. How dare you say such a word?
You doing common
sense. That's a no word.
Oh shit! Sorry, yeah.
Hey, look. My thing is, let's just be honest. Jeremy's got more money than Lips LaRue and Chips does. Okay, let's just be completely honest. He's got more money than them. Why would he take a chance on losing everything? If there's anything about Jeremy Hells, people can call him a butt munch all they want to. Sometimes he can be, I reckon. So can I. They can say that he's hateful, he's mean. That's fine. But you can't say he's stupid, because the man is not stupid. He's not going to take a chance on losing everything that he has worked so hard for. There's no...
Oh, wait a minute. Do you know these messages?
Uh-huh. Now, like I said, since then, that short has been deleted. Lipsy LaRue went in there and dirty deleted. And yes, that's from I watch, so you don't have to. That's what she calls her, and it sticks sometimes. I'm sorry.
I would say I mean, like, this is my personal opinion, right? Out of all those pictures, the only picture that I find quite interesting, because this calls her bullshit out. That's great information. Do you have any more? Do you need more information? All the information you can send, in-depth, detailed information. It's important for negotiation. Negotiating. Why would you put a serious comment like that? Because when you're talking about negotiation, that means is she trying to get a deal?
The thing is, what? Okay. We've seen the text that Jeremy has put up.
Yeah.
I've seen these texts here that she has put up.
Yeah.
she is, and I think she's gotten by with this all of her life. That's why she's so centered on her looks, because to her, looks are everything. She uses her sexuality to manipulate, and especially men. And she thought she was doing that with Jeremy. She thought she had Jeremy on the hook, just like she has every other man that's crossed her path. She's,
Yeah.
throwed it out there, and every other man has got down on all fours and, just been her little lapdog from jump. Because, at one time that she was I've seen pictures of her when she was younger. And when she was younger, before all the work done, she was absolutely cute as a button. She really was.
Yeah, she totally looks completely different. And there's
Yes.
one other topic that I want to cover tonight. Just remind me, yeah.
Oh, she's an actress, all right. Trust me, she's an actress. So was John Crawford.
Yeah, right, Randy. Here's the thing you have to understand, right? Okay. Now, I want you to just close your eyes for a second. Just imagine you are in an empty square room. All right. Anyone else want to go with this? Go with this. I just want to help you try to understand where. Right, you're in an empty square room. There's nothing in that room. You got lights on, the windows, everything's fine. And then right in the middle of that room, there's a pillar, a concrete pillar. That concrete pillar has a sign on it. All right, private, stay out. On the other side of that pillar, it says Hales headquarters, or what the Hales. Okay. Now, just imagine you walk over to that pillar and you turn around and you face the entrance, to face the door. And then suddenly you got some stranger coming in trying to beg and trying to get shit out of you, and then trying to manipulate you, and then lied and everything else. And then you say, leave me alone. That doesn't work. Then you tell them, leave me alone. That doesn't work. Then you go legal and get a piece of paper, say, this is a cease and desist, leave me alone. All right. And then, but next door, everyone is listening to what's going on. And next door, you've got people who used to know the person who owns that room. And they don't like that person for one reason or other. And it's all because of the hoarding house. Okay? It all kicked off because of the hoarding house. Because Guapo, all these people were involved. The hoarding house, he walked away from because he wasn't going to say, hi, Paul, good to see you. Now, if you accelerate all the way to now, right, what do you have? You have a group of people who have deliberately used two individuals who are weak-minded and very easily manipulated. That's John Cook and Lynette Preston. And they've taken that situation and they've jumped on it and they've used it to, one, grift, get popularity, and basically try to, I'm going to say it, extort money out of Jeremy Hales. Right? And the only way this is going to stop is like when people start going to prison, because once you get one or two people from the anti-what the hells end up behind bars, they will all disappear. They will all stop because they know what's coming. However, some of them can't get away from it no more. Now, I was sent a clip about Ray Bonecrusher and the certain terminology he used. That's a typical squatty terminology.
Yeah, God bless him.
Yeah. Now, I know he's just lost his wife, and my condolences to him.
Exactly.
But the terminology can be taken out of context extremely easy, right? And what he said wasn't in a way, I would say 50-50. You could take it as a threat because he was in the armed forces. So therefore, any of us in the armed forces know how to handle weapons. We know how to make ammunition count. That's not a threat. I think he was just lashing out, but that's entirely up to
him. But I actually agree with you completely on that. I do too. I think he was just making an off-color comment. I don't think he was trying to, because I don't see Ray as that kind of person. I really don't. I really don't see him as that kind of person that would make a threat like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has been swimming in a different kind of pool lately, the cesspool, but I still don't see him as that kind of person.
So I just wanted to say that. Now let's go back to freaking Life Jacket Lips and freaking Co. I would love to ask them or her one simple question. Aren't you embarrassed of behaving the way you do? Aren't you embarrassed that you are making yourself, your soon to be ex-husband or whatever you want to call him, and your children look bad? Don't you think that people around your area where you live probably already know about you? Don't you think that, like, you know, your behavior is damaging not just your reputation but everyone else's reputation? I mean, let's put it this way. All it takes is, I mean, can you imagine his husband taking on a case and then suddenly the client turns around and says, well, hang on a minute. I recognize you from somewhere. Goes back, checks. Oh, shit, yeah. I don't want him as my lawyer.
Oh, I did just check something real quick. I just checked to see what the status was on that divorce case.
Okay.
And on December the 18th was a motion put in to dismiss that case.
Oh, really? Again?
Yeah, but doesn't it seem like a very unusual time frame?
Yep.
Because it was filed back in February. And now in December, when all this is happening with Jeremy, all this is supposed to be going down, now she's going to take that away.
And also, isn't it not a conflict of interest when you've got your lawyer who happens to be your husband representing you?
You mean sitting on a live stream talking about somebody, not talking about the case per se, just talking about that person and calling them an idiot and all this other stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he is her attorney of record, so.
And just for the record, I have just opened a Dr. Pepper. I need it.
Gotta get that fix.
Gotta get it. Right. No, I mean, like, you know what I'm like. You know, if I don't want to say something, I try not to say it. But the thing is, there's so much I want to say. I mean, like, you can't tell me that, like, he sits there and he condones what she's doing. Do you know, like, I mean, my beautiful queen is sitting probably 2 meters away from me right now. If she would be doing shit like that, I would pack her bags myself.
Yeah, but see, you got to remember this. Unfortunately, and this is true, and anybody that's been through a divorce, they'll tell you, I'm telling you the truth. Unfortunately, usually when a man and a woman get divorced and you have small children, the woman gets custody of their small children, plus she ends up getting the house because the kids need a place to live, and she gets spousal support, and she gets child support. And if you own a business, let's say, I don't know, like a law firm, she would get one half. So sometimes,
but here's the problem. What half is she going to get from a foreclosure? I mean, aren't both of their properties in foreclosure?
Yeah, but they're fighting this, so they're hoping that they're going to, you know, be able to get out of this because they're fighting it by saying that they did not.
Oh, we're talking about they're fighting the banks. They're like this bank case they're fighting.
Yes, they said they didn't read the contract, so they didn't know about the balloon payment at the end.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, 2 lawyers don't read the paperwork.
But this is what they're doing. But I mean, you got to figure if him and her divorce, she gets one half of the business. Him and her divorce, they have 2 homes. So I think one is in foreclosure, but one is not. But I'm not 100% certain, so don't hold me on that one. So the fact is, if they get divorced, the kids have to live with one parent versus the other. That's the way it works, unfortunately, in most instances. And so that's where the children in most divorces become a pawn. They become a bargaining tool because this parent doesn't want to not be with their kids every day, and that parent doesn't want to not be with their kids every day. And sometimes my brother told me this about his wife one time when I made the comment, why do you stay? He says it's cheaper to keep her than it is to get rid of her. Yeah. If her and I divorce, I lose half of everything I've worked for.
I mean, it's like, you know,
if not more.
A very good friend of mine, when he was still with us, he turned around to me and he says, you know, when you get married, I went, yeah. He said, if you unalive someone, you'll get a shorter sentence than when you do when you get married. And I was like, hey? And I was like, "All right, okay." But here's the thing, though. I mean, yeah, we joke and have a laugh about this, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to be checked. I mean, like, I don't like talking. I don't like talking about other people's mental health issues because I don't have the right to do that. Because but when it comes to behavior and when it comes to everything else, I do believe that there should be a psychological evaluation done. And because this is a federal court case, um, I do believe a lawyer or someone in a legal standpoint could request that because it was done on paint chips in 2018. You're right, baby. You sure?
Yeah, because I mean, realistically, sometimes your marriage vows become a goal, till death do us part.
Oh yeah. I mean, like my beautiful queen. I'm not leaving you out. You're my beautiful queen. But like on my marriage certificate, she even turned around to me and said, "Read the small print," and I did, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right." Don't you smile like that at me. Take your glasses off. Don't. I'm not taking it. I'm not having it. I'll fight you.
You're not that stupid.
No, I'm not.
Remember, I tell you, she cooks your food. Remember that.
Yeah, and she's too fucking close as well. So she's got the biggest. She's got this like typical, like when a little kid goes, big smile. Yeah, she just did that. That's scary.
They're like, I know she'll pop you.
Yeah, everyone is like, did I tell you that people were putting? I know you want to go, something towards a new frying pan.
Dad, I've been looking for a few.
What do you mean you've been looking for a few?
To choose the best and the biggest.
That's right, the best and the biggest. See, that's because you got a big head. She needs a big frying pan.
Oh, shit. No, but yeah, you see. I do have handcuffs. You know that, man. I can handcuff you.
You'll be telling us about your no time.
Hey, this is my no square. Don't you dare touch me there. No. I mean, shit.
You telling some people they'll be trying to borrow them now.
Oh Christ! But apparently, with talking about this case, you're a felon. I'm a felon. Everyone in here is a felon. I think that like at some point we should call it. We should like get orange jumpsuits and like I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and buy a jumpsuit and put like Spawntrooper and then put a number underneath it.
I am this girl. You know what your next thing is? Put me in Spawntrooper and jump in red and orange jumpsuits.
Oh no, Squid needs one as well.
Oh yeah. Put us all in there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. The day I can't discuss something in the United States of America is the day that I'm no longer living in the United States of America. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah. Right. Listen, just before we go into the intermission, all right, there's something dear to me that I need to say. All right. This is now no joke. This is all right. I want you guys, when you get a chance, to go and pop over to JayKFilmz, all right, and send him your thoughts and prayers and love. Okay. All right. He's gone through. I don't know. You say but all I can say is please go and show your support, your love, and to JK. All right. Let me get the link for you. He
lost his father, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Definitely let him know that we're thinking about him and that we love him and that we stand beside him. Yeah. That's the bad thing about getting older. The older we get, the older our parents get. And no matter how old you are, I don't care if you're 60. When you lose that parent, you're a child again, and you have lost your mama or your daddy. And it's something that's extremely, extremely hard. You never get over it. You just get through it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was a bit surprised because usually I look at, I get like a notification when he puts a new video up. And when I put a new video up and I watched it, it hit a nerve because obviously I've been there. I know what it's like.
I have too. I've lost both of mine.
So
I lost mine within 15 months of each other, to the day and to the hour. 15 months.
Well, my sincere condolences to anyone who has lost. It's but I have one thing to say: is celebrate their life. Go through the 5 stages, but celebrate life, and always think about the good times and the positive times. So my thoughts and prayers and everything are with JK. So if you're out there, JK, you know where I am if you need to talk. So, right now we're gonna go for a quick what do you call it? A quick intermission, and then we'll come back, and then we'll finish off what we were talking about, and then. But I do want to say hello to all the newcomers. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to my house, and obviously I will be going into like tomorrow. I think we're with Squid tomorrow, aren't we? And we're with my other stepmom.
Yeah, we're supposed to do it with her if she streams tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun as well. And like I said, probably Wednesday or Thursday, I'll be doing a members only, where we can just talk about general crap. But I want to send this message out to Jeremy Hales. When it comes to people like Life Jacket Lips, right? I personally think that I would make a police report for false allegations. And like at the end of the day, if you didn't request those text messages, this is what gets me, all right? Why would someone send explicit text messages to someone they don't know and they've been attacking from day one? Now that makes as much sense as a fart in a spacesuit.
Not just text messages, pictures. And if pictures were sent, I'd bet my bottom dollar that videos was sent to.
Yeah. Oh, DJ Rattis, welcome. DJ Rattis did a quite a nice stream the other night. I think I was the only one there listening to some really good tunes. So guys, you need to go and show him some love. And when he's done his DJing, it's good fun. There's good music there. Yeah, but welcome DJ Rattis. If you want to put your link in, or someone can put the link in for him. On that note, we're going to take a very quick reprieve, because we're felons. We have to go back to our cell block very quickly to have, get body cavity search and stuff like that. Oh, that's another thing. If we're all felons and stuff like that, does that mean cavity searches are free?
Well, I hope so. By God, I'm tired of paying for mine.
Oh, snap. Right. Okay. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. So obviously mute your mic, and yeah. Oh my God, cavity searches. Anyway, I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute. I need to do this first because like last time I ended up like a dick. Anyway, right. So yeah, we'll be right back.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight Spawntrooper, baby. You've got these crampons skanking in love.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight. Spawntrooper, baby, you've got a skanking in love. He's got boots full of rhythm and a stare like tea, trooping through the hills humming harmony. He don't say much, but he speaks in bass, and we melt like butter when he looks our way. He swapped his shield for a velvet beat, daffodils tucked where the skanking meets. Oh, trooper, trooper, we see you glide, got us floating in lace through the countryside. We love you, Spawntrooper, slow like honey, sweet like rain. We love you, Spawntrooper,
Slipping through our window pane.
we love you, Spawntrooper.
Like a lemon on a lazy breeze.
You make our hearts go loopy
with your reggae melodies. There's a tambourine moon in your knapsack, boy, and your dub-plate dreams feel like lemon joy. You skank on clouds, we follow slow. Your rhyming boots, you steal the show.
tin. Crochet your face on a jacket pin. We'd kiss your shadow if it walked our way. Spawntrooper, you make rainy days okay. We love you, Spawntrooper.
Soft like fog and daffodil dew.
We love you, Spawntrooper.
We'd skank all day just dreaming of you.
We love you, Spawntrooper.
Socks on the line, beats in our teeth.
We are the cramp and sweet and slow.
And we love you so eternally. They call him Spawntrooper.
They call him Spawntrooper.
They call him Spawntrooper.
We are the Crampons.
They call him Spawntrooper.
And there you go. I had to play that one. Oh. Right. Before we go into the film review, is there anything you want to add to that absolute? Do you know what? I was just thinking, yeah. I wonder what Leslie would wear around Halloween.
I thought every day was I mean, she does quite a costumes.
Fucking DJ Rattis making people Spawn. It was the worst honey chopped lips and twists. I mean, let's put it this way, right? The last time I ever come across anything, remotely what Lips did or what Leslie did, right, is what we always got told: be very careful who you interact with. In the many years, even before I joined up, I always got told, be very careful who you talk to. And when I joined up, same thing: be very careful who you join to, you talk to, because there are women out there, and I'm not saying just women, men as well, right, that will manipulate a relationship. They will try to get whatever they can, right? Oh, is she? Right, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I will change that. Thank you very much. She shouldn't be echoing now. And, it's called a honey trap. It's basically where they use their sexuality, they use their body, their looks, whatever, or they use money or whatever to, get information out of you. And I think that, Leslie, you've made the biggest hoo-ha than I've ever seen anyone do. You've got nothing, absolutely nothing to do, right, with this. And the only reason someone actually joked about you is because you were involving yourself in something that someone else involved you in. Now, I would strongly recommend is go and talk to a professional, get some help, and just sort your own affairs out, right? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, if it's not Lisa, it's going to be someone else from that group who's going to throw you under the bus. And they probably already have. And when that happens, it's going to be an interesting day. And vice versa. I think that you've thrown them under the bus. I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't. What do you think?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I think Queenie needs to keep her eyes open, because once you lie to me, shame on you. Twice you lied to me, shame on me. And if she didn't tell her about everything that was going on beforehand, and all of a sudden in midstream, she decides, oh, I'm going to let her know what's happening, and she tells her this whole line of bull, how do you know that she's not screwing you over again? You got to be careful of that. You have to be so careful of, Queenie needs to be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Queenie needs to be careful.
And also, did you notice Michael looking down a couple of times, looking away a couple of times in embarrassment?
Well, yeah, I did hear that, because after she said something, She called somebody a bad word. I forget what it was, and he was like, "Come on now, don't be saying stuff like that." And I'm like, "Well, it speaks." I mean, that's the least of your worries is what she calls somebody. He needs to
Yeah.
be worried about the pictures that she sent. He needs to be worried if she sent videos, because you can say all you want to that all I did was text. All I did was text him to try to get him to believe me. It was all a game. It was all a joke. You
Mhm.
sent pictures. That's not a game. That's
No,
not a joke.
that's investment. And also, why would you write? Why would you write a obituary?
And
Why
why
would you
would
do
you
that?
call people like she's calling Jeremy her master? And she's in these text messages, she's telling him what she would like for him to do to her in no uncertain terms. She's not choosing different words. She's choosing the real words. You got no question.
That's a honey trap.
Yep. She's
That is
telling you
100% a
exactly
honey trap.
what she
Yeah.
wants. She is trying to she was trying to do exactly what she was doing, and that was using herself and her body to get what she wants. And
Yeah.
it appears that may be a pattern.
Well, I mean, if there's stories out there stating that it's not the first time, then it wouldn't put anything surprise. I mean, it's just like over here in the UK, and I've been hearing that it's happening in Germany now from a friend. Is that there are certain phone calls made from emissions, and what they're trying to do. They buy the information as a third party, and then they start calling people, cold calling. Do you know how many people I have blocked? I actually calculate today, this morning, because I was in a shit state. I decided to count how many numbers I have actually blocked from just cold calls, and we definitely went into two figures. Now, why is she texting someone that she's been attacking, slandering, defaming, calling names, God knows what else, right? And
Somebody
then
that's
some
suing her.
say again.
He's suing her. He's suing her. He has a lawsuit against her.
Yeah. So what's the best idea? Oh, I try to catch him in a honey trap and then sue him back
Yeah, let
and
me
say,
just
right, if
send him some pictures of my hoo-ha so that I can make him be nice, make him tell me something. Come on.
that who you could probably drive a truck in with an Arctic and freaking do a 3-point turn. Echo, echo, echo.
He doesn't say nothing.
And here's another thing. Have a guess, and it was just by pure coincidence that I actually saw it. And it wasn't, and I didn't see it in the actual stream because I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. But someone put the screenshots up on Facebook, and lo and behold, stupid Dave went in there. Don't you find that interesting? That lump of lad who couldn't get off his arse even if he used a forklift truck, right?
Oh, he needs to see them pictures. He's by himself. He needs some pictures.
Yeah, he needs those pictures. And then he needs a freaking mirror.
He needs them pictures. He alone. He needs them pictures.
Yeah, then he needs a bloody mirror so he can see his little dangly worm, and. But anyway, that's beside the point. Hi, Gail. The fact of the matter is that I find it very, 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 very interesting that he turned up in her stream, according to the screenshots, because I thought he was going into hiding or some stuff like that on the first floor of his brother's house.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Let me change this back. There you go. Right. Anyway, I just changed it back, and now I'm going. Oh no. So, what is your thought on the repercussions of her BSing and her lying?
Well, I'm not going to say that Jeremy may not have met her at the storage facility. I can't say that.
I doubt very much he did.
I doubt he did, but I can't say that for sure. Okay. I can say that he didn't grab her in any of her no-no spots. I can say that he didn't pull her pants out and look down her no-no pants, her in her no-no spot. I know that didn't happen.
And he definitely didn't go into his no-no square and pull out his man sausage.
No, never happened.
No.
And I doubt very seriously that she has any video of that happening. Now, I will say this about storage units. Storage units usually have video cameras that go up and down each and every aisle if it's a decent storage facility. Some don't.
Yep.
Just depends on if it's good or not. If this was a climate control, meaning that it was indoors, there should be video surveillance. But that video only lasts about 7 to 10 days, and then it re-records.
Oops.
It
Okay.
re-records itself over again after 7 to 10 days.
All right, hang on a minute. You just lost connection. I told you. How many times have I told you when you come on live on stream with me, you need to stop licking your screen?
Hey, I ain't touched the screen. Maybe it's.
I'm just saying. I'm just pointing. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
So
How you gonna
7
do?
to 10 days, they actually re-record over themselves. So unless you requested that video within that particular time frame, that video probably doesn't even exist. And number two, the storage facility isn't going to give you that video without a subpoena because they can't.
Or if
Because
you've
it is
reported,
private property.
yeah. Or if you've reported, an essay,
Right.
the police
With a subpoena can get it
Exactly.
because it's private property. So therefore, the recording that storage facility is doing, based on the fact that it's private property,
Hi, Shanna.
can only be achieved with a subpoena.
Yep.
So if she doesn't have a subpoena, they can't give it to her, because if they get Joe Blow walking in the storage unit and they give her a copy of it, then that Joe Blow can turn around and sue that storage facility because that man is on private property. So he has an expectation of privacy.
Yeah. And here comes the next bombshell. With this allegation that she's making, I wonder what George was doing the whole time. I wonder if she's just leaning against the storage and just waiting for it to finish. And then, are you done now, guy? Yeah. Okay. Let's carry. I mean, the whole thing stinks. And to be perfectly honest with you, you could set your watch to these people. Oh, right, they're going to lie in about 10 minutes, and you'd probably,
And the way I know this about the storage units, just so everybody knows that I'm not talking out my rear end, okay? I was an operations manager for a storage facility, a multi-million-dollar storage company. I know that's the law because I had to know it was the law. Yeah. I had to know that this is what you had to do, because even if we had a break-in, even if there was a break-in and I called and told the police there was a break-in, I couldn't just hand over the surveillance to that police officer. They still had to get a subpoena for me, even though I'm the one that called them. They still had to get a subpoena for me to be able to turn over that evidence, because it was recorded inside of our building. We had a climate control facility. So that means that it was enclosed. It was inside. And I still had to have a subpoena.
Hang on a minute. We are getting raided. Right. Okay. Right. Everyone who's a felon against the wall, put your hands up, spread your legs. We're getting raided. Oh, no, wait. It's only Squid. Anyway.
You thought it was somebody else, didn't you?
Yeah.
We didn't name their names.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought we were going to be lucky tonight, but obviously, nope. No, no. I mean,
you need a subpoena to see if he showed his peanut. That's exactly right.
Can you imagine that? I mean, even I know that, storage units generally will have CCTV in certain areas, even if it's just a basic setup, right? It's because of for insurance purposes. Oh, EMS, sorry, I didn't say hello to you. Hello. And AT1, welcome. I mean, it shows you that these people don't think before. Like I always say, think before you speak.
And most storage facilities on the East Coast, especially, they use one company for their video surveillance that stores all of their information. Can't think of the name of it at this moment to tell you, but it's out of Florida, as a matter of fact. And that's how I know how long the actual footage lasts on these machines. It's not like it lasts 30 days. Felt like it lasts 6 months. It doesn't. It doesn't last that long. They don't have that much storage because it's video recording 24/7.
Yeah. So I mean, like that. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, and I know they're probably watching and listening. Like Leslie, you've definitely fucked up, and now you've got two problems. One, that you tried to attack DJ Rattis internationally. That's going to come back to bite you in the ass for sure, right? Because you lied and all that. The second thing is that now you've lied about this interaction with Jeremy Hells, because obviously there is going to be evidence and proof, and like someone said earlier on, Jeremy's not going to show everything he's got. He's not that stupid. He's not that dumb. But you will sit on your platform just like the freaking crampons and flap your lips, well, richly. I mean, I'm surprised you don't have like some sort of like Richter scale built into your house so that things don't. Anyway, now I could mock you. I could, because it's constructive criticism. And, nothing here tonight that's being said is private. Everything is online. You've put yourself out there as a public figure. So therefore, anything you put into Google search, you can find. And you haven't had really a good career as a lawyer. And the fact that you're trying to, use clout because Backstreet Boys no longer, they are irrelevant. They were irrelevant when they were around. So yeah, whatever. And then you sit on your platform, you lie. And the thing is, if you actually go back, Leslie, and watch your little live stream, you'll find that how many times you slipped up. Big time. And to be perfectly honest with you, I would not expect anything less from you, from your husband, or from the crampons, or from anyone involved with the anti-what the hell's ecosystem. Because when someone actually hits the nail on the head and actually tells and points out the facts and the truth, you attack them. Because apparently, Squid, me, my pretty, we're felons, or anyone else who discusses this topic are felons. And I find that extremely hilarious, to be perfectly honest with you. And the fact that you went to you put IC3 and you attacked DJ Rattis internationally, you have no clue what you've created. And many years ago there was an earthquake in the Pacific, right? And it made a wave over 180 feet, 180 meters, I believe it was high. And it took out a whole island. Well, that wave that's coming towards you, I hope that Michael is a really good lawyer, because he's going to need to represent himself, let alone you. And I think that even with your experience as a lawyer, you're not going to get out of that one, especially on international law anyway. When it comes to this one, well, I don't know about American law that much, but I do know for a fact that like lying about what you've stated without a police report, without evidence, yeah, good luck. You're going to need it. If you think there's federal court cases that have been going on for nearly a year and a half, 2 years, well, that one's going to be interesting to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, because like at storage units, I was reading AT1's comment. At storage units, when you go up and put your code in on that little keypad, there's a camera built into that. Okay.
Yeah.
So therefore, your actual photograph and who's putting in the code and everything happens. The gate opens, you drive in. When you have a storage unit auction, you give the person that bought the unit a one-time code. It is only good for one time. They put in the code, they go in. When they come out, that code doesn't work anymore. It's only good for one time. I would question, how did she get into the storage facility? If he was already there before she got there, which is my understanding, I may be wrong. If I am, please forgive me. My understanding is he was there and she met him there. If she didn't drive in with him whenever he put the code in, then how did she get in? Because she couldn't just go into the building, because climate controlled storage units, you have to go through the gate in order to get into the building.
Exactly.
Storage unit.
Do you know what? I didn't even think of that one. I mean, how the hell did she get into I mean, unless there was an open door because they were doing selling. No. Well,
No, you don't. You have to maintain that facility. It has to stay secure. If you have a door open, you're opening yourself up for liability in case something gets stolen. That's why most storage facilities nowadays, a lot of them, you're more upper class, show the storage unit online and hold their auctions online. You don't just go to the storage unit and bid as much as you used to. There are a lot that still do it. I'm just saying upper scale ones don't do that. Because when you let those people on your facility to bid, you're letting them have access to people's storage units without having to put in a code and go through the gate and all. We had a bunch of stuff happen at auctions sometimes, to the point that I would make everybody follow the auctioneer, and I would hang back as the this is when I first started, the facility manager, so that I could keep track of everybody and knew where they were and what they were doing. They didn't go off, in a corner or something when I'm not looking. You have to be really careful because you're responsible. You have not a bond, but you're responsible for their items that are in storage, as far as you can't be negligent.
And also,
And when you let somebody in, you give them a one-time code. That code lets one vehicle in.
Yep.
If there's two vehicles, you let the manager know, and usually the manager will activate the gate from inside or whatever. But my understanding is he was there and then she came. So how did she get in? And second of all, she said, like Stacey Schmidt just made a statement. She said that he had boxes on the cart when she saw him. Well, of course he's going to have boxes on the cart. He's emptying the storage. So anyway, I mean, that is the dumbest freaking excuse or explanation I've ever heard. You go into a storage, you're going to see people with stuff on trolleys and stuff like that. But here's the thing: people seem to like, and I mean this with no disrespect, but he was not alone. And you're a guy. Let me ask you a question. You're a guy. We're at a storage.
Hang on a minute. Let me just check. Yep, I'm a guy. Yep.
Okay. We're at a storage facility.
Uh-huh.
That there's cameras out in the hallway, okay? There's cameras out there.
Okay.
Are you going to try to touch me out in the hallway? Or are you going to try to get me to come into the storage unit where we can pull the door down and nobody can see nothing?
I wouldn't even be in a storage unit with you in the first place.
Only if you're lucky.
No. I would be in a storage unit with my beloved wife, or I'd be in a storage unit with a friend of mine.
I mean, I'm not a man, but most men want to get you away from prying eyes if they're going to do something. They want to take you away from where everybody's looking.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, yeah. 1 second. One sec. You carry on talking.
Yeah, I mean, this is just from years, and I'm talking years of being an operations manager. And trust me, I've seen a lot of things happen in a storage unit, okay? I've seen things happen that you wouldn't believe happen. So I've seen a lot of things happen.
Let me put it this way. I'm going to say
the hallway, only in the units, never in the hallway. They didn't do nothing where you could see it.
Okay, calm down. Right. Calm down. Right. Let me say this, and I'm going to say this 100%. There is no fucking way on this planet what she said is true. Because at the end of the day, and I'm going to emphasize this, George was with him that day. And if she was with him, do you seriously think for one moment, right, that she would allow anything like that to happen? Plus, the fact that if he is driving a car or she is driving a car, right, and he's in that car and he's receiving text messages from her, do you seriously think he would not be saying something? Look, let's not fucking beat around the bush on this one. George and him both texted with her. So that means she and he would see all the messages that have been sent by her. Why is it that we haven't seen, like, those text messages? They could have been to anyone. Hell, there's even websites up there that you can go and you can basically text from a fake number. I don't know what the website's called, but you can set up like a fake number. You can even call it like the government office or what of the president of the United States, whatever you want to call it, and then send a text message and it'll look like it's come from someone. How do we know that she's not texting a second phone? How many times have we seen people like Lynette Preston have more than one phone? And unless we see both recipients' text messages, right, which we don't need to because we've seen Jeremy's, we've heard Jeremy's, we've proven. And the fact that she actually got the color of his car wrong. I mean, how the hell can you get a dark blue metallic fucking color wrong? There's a big difference between black and blue metallic blue.
Yeah.
And the fact that she, you know, it's very easy to look at videos when he puts up shorts about storage or he puts up videos about you. How do you know? Well, it's very easy. For example, hypothetically speaking, you go to every single storage unit that's got online sales of storage units, and you go through and you take a picture of each and you look what's in there. It's very easy for me to turn around and tell you last year when all this shit was going on with John Jarman, okay, about, you know, the storage units, you could tell there were two specific storages, two different storages. They had two different storage numbers. And people didn't listen. People didn't pay attention. And this is my whole point. It's the fact that Jeremy doesn't go to storages on his own. And if he does, right, he's at storages where people know him. For example, the bit where Guapo tried to antagonize him for him to then swing for Guapo. He was not there alone. He was at a storage unit, right, where people knew him. So if he goes to these storage units, even if he went on his own, there would be people who know him. And the fact that we're seeing edited and somewhat questionable screenshots, why would you send a screenshot of a video with someone's face on it and then redact the face?
Right. Why wouldn't you show the whole picture? Why wouldn't that be front and center? Wonder what that picture shows.
And also something else that's missing. All right. Hi, Double Karma. Hi, Freckles, and hi, everyone. Here's another thing I want to say. You know when people send text messages, yeah?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you put their name into the phone?
Well, maybe not if you don't want your hubby to find out.
Or you put it under a different name. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's none of our business. But if, for example, just hypothetically speaking, I'm stepping out of the box on this one. If Leslie decided to turn tail and become a turncoat and throw the crampons under the bus and contacted Jeremy via email or something like that, and then used one phone but has got a secondary phone, yeah, and then, you know, started giving Jeremy information to basically hook him and then, you know, start talking to him and then suddenly fucking drop this on him. You haven't thought of that one? I
got an idea too. Wouldn't you think if she met with him that there'd be lots and lots of text afterwards?
Yep.
Like, oh, baby, oh, Master Jeremy, I'm so glad I got to meet you.
Oh, sweetheart, you make my bones.
Oh, yeah, Master Jeremy. Oh, Master Jeremy.
Keep talking. Oh, keep talking. Oh, keep talking.
You're loving that chicken skin, ain't you? So, but wonder where those texts are. I ain't seen none of them. I ain't seen no texts between her and him where she's saying, I had a wonder. I mean, let's be for real. If she's going to play the game, she's going to play it good. Okay. So she's not sending texts that I have seen yet that say, it was wonderful to see you today. I couldn't wait to see you. Oh, my heart. You know, Just wondering where those texts are. Ain't seen them.
And don't forget also, right, we're talking about someone who used to be a lawyer. So they'll know all the tricks of the trade, what's legal, what's not legal, you know, what to do, what to say, how to behave, what not, you know. So she's definitely got the background to know exactly how to play the game. And the fact that her husband is a lawyer, you have to look at the bigger picture. Is he now suddenly in bed? Well, pardon the expression, in bed with her now, in regards of this whole topic? Because if he is, right, you've got two people, one who's at the moment a lawyer and the other one who basically quit being a lawyer because she couldn't handle getting caught, right? So if they know the law and they know how to circumvent certain laws to, make this believable, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. And yeah, Double Karma, he is colorblind.
Yeah, he is colorblind. Yeah. I'm sure you mentioned it a long time ago. And you'd think anyone who had any intelligence, which she hasn't, I mean, I think all it is, it's basically it's a honey trap that's going wrong. And like tonight we're discussing it because at the end of the day, you can't make this shit up. Mr. Magoo, right? Same thing. Can't make that shit up. Then you got Skeletor. Hello, you boys. Yeah, you can't make that shit up. Then you got Crampon. You can't make that shit up. Then you've got freaking Swamp Lizard. Now, here's the thing. What I find quite interesting is that Crampon, apparently she worked in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Swamp Lizard. He did have a TV program called the Swamp Brothers, which was crap anyway. And then you've got both of them who've had some sort of involvement in the music industry or film industry. So what does that make? And they use it as look at me. I was in Disney. I know the Backstreet Boys.
Well, where's the money at then? If you've been so famous, you've been so great, where's the money?
AT1, no disrespect, mate. All right, and I'm going to say that to you straight because I know you're a veteran. I'm a veteran. I'm going to say it straight. If you want to get away from a fucking dragon, what do? You find the fastest horse you can get on, and you just go. You disconnect from that individual, and that is it. That is it, right? Now, and to be perfectly honest with you, they put in a divorce, like my pretty said, and now it's suddenly gone. So when's the next motion going to be? When's the next docket going to be?
As soon as she needs it to manipulate him.
Yeah. This whole thing. I mean, everything. The only thing that hasn't been, and I'm not going to say this out loud. I'm going to say it to you, my pretty. That's the only thing he hasn't been accused of yet.
That's true.
That's the only thing he hasn't been accused of yet.
And that's just because they can't fake that. It's insane.
Wait a minute. What's this? Haldor Lips just made a short saying she just went to the police and made a report. They told her to file a restraining order, and she has all the evidence. Well, too little, too late.
Yeah, she did do that. She just made a short not too long ago about that.
Well, bless your cotton socks. Too little, too late. Excuse me. You know when you should have made that police report, Leslie? You should have walked out that storage, got into your car or on your broomstick or whatever you fucking use for transport, right?
Hey,
and
wait,
got your
unnecessary witch reference there, okay?
I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry, ma'am. I do apologize, ma'am. I do apologize. Okay, you should have got on whatever you use for transport besides bouncing with your lips, right? Down to a police station and made a report that day. Why do you wait until now? All right, and here's another thing. Apparently, DJ Rattis threatened her. When? Where? How?
She says Jeremy threatened her. I'm sorry. I had 7 people today. 7 people, different folks, to go back and rewatch Sunday Night Live. And I asked them, anywhere in there, do you hear any threat? And I had 2 people that were not necessarily on Jeremy's side about everything. Because I wanted a complete, unbiased opinion. And there's no threat. I didn't hear one. They didn't hear one. 7 people. I make 8. It's just not there.
I'm sorry, but like, if hypothetically speaking, someone trying to assault me would be a fucking giggle. But anyway, if I was assaulted, I would not wait couple of weeks or make a big deal of it online, I would go straight down to the, I would go down to the police and report it, but then I would have to give them the grid reference of where I buried them.
Exactly.
But, but the thing is, if you are going to accuse someone of SA and then go on and on and on about it and go, oh, I've got to prove blah, 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 right? And then suddenly, because other people have gone, well, I mean, have you reported it? Have you gone to the, oh, hello, Bobby. Are you all right?
Mama, that's it right there. Right there. That's it, y'all. That's it.
What's that?
She was fine with it until Jeremy turned her down. Then she was not okay. That's it.
Yeah.
She was good to go until Jeremy said enough.
Yeah. I mean, tell someone to disappear offline. I mean, she did write her own obituary, so, you know, I mean, I mean, what can you say to why is it that, you know, all this craziness, it's all about, you know, it's just fucking dawned on me. It's all about fame and money. It's all about money. It's all about money.
Mm-hmm. The fame is for the money. It is all about the money. You're right.
I mean, Haldo, if you retired LEO, all right, let me ask you a question from a veteran to a former police officer. If, say, for example, my pretty contacted me via text messages and told me that, you know, I just been SA'd, and I turned around to her and I said, I want you not to change. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to get you back in the car. I want you to drive down to the next nearest police station. I want you to write a report. Would that be the right and correct information and advice to give? Now we will wait for Mr. Haldor to respond, because I want, you know, because at the end, this is where the facts and the truth are important. Okay, because I've got my reasons for saying this, and you'll hear that in a minute. All right, so we'll just wait patiently for an old retired police officer to respond. They usually take their time, you know.
Wait a minute, he could be my age. He ain't old.
I'm not saying it. Did I say he's old? I'm so sorry. Oops. Now, because here's the thing. Oh, you're a vet too. Nice to meet you, brother. Here's one thing I am going to say. Squid Pro Que, for example. Apparently, she's a felon as well. So we're all felons, isn't it? But there was someone, and I don't like saying this because it pisses me off when people try to drag people in who've done nothing wrong. And there was someone in that chat who brought Squid up, and you know, and these people just need to stop stirring the shit, because Squid hasn't done anything wrong. Squid sits on her platform and has documents of court cases that are going on, and she covers them. You know, she's not a legal expert, but she's fucking clever with those documents. And sometimes I'm on there with her, and even I sometimes get confused. But sometimes I see things in the document that she doesn't see, or vice versa. But she's got nothing to do with this. It was a text message, a comment. Sorry. Anyway, regarding Haldo, with that, you want to preserve all the evidence, right? So basically, I would be 100% correct in stating, do not change, do not change into different clothing, do not wash, do not do anything, get back in your vehicle, go down to the police station, and then make a report, right? The reason being you do that, right? And especially if you've been attacked, and this is one thing that we got law enforcement in here, right? And there's a reason why I know all this. If you are at any time physically assaulted or attacked in any shape or form, do not change. Do not take anything off you. Do not wash your hands. You know, just get into a taxi or phone a friend. All right, drive to the next police station and tell them exactly what's happened, and tell them that you have not changed. You haven't taken anything off, because the thing is, DNA is a very good weapon to have in any type of, maybe a physical assault, an SA or DV. You know, if you don't know what SA and DV is, you can figure that one out. Right. So, and you only go down and you that's it. Right. If they have to strip you and take your clothing for evidence, right, that includes your shoes as well. Right. They will take everything. And I mean everything. They will even take swabs. And if need be, they will take you to hospital and then you will get physically examined. Going down to the police station and making a statement, and for the police to turn around to you and say, file a restraining order, that means either they didn't believe you, or that any potential evidence, right, of your false allegation no longer exists. And to be honest with you, I think you're lying. I know for a fact you lied through your teeth, because I mean, look at freaking Lizard Lady. I mean, she lied through her teeth. You know, so who are you going to believe?
It's ridiculous.
From my commissary. Do I get free phone calls? Oh, Squid's here. Hello. Yeah, we just talked to yeah. Accused felon checking in. Good. Yeah, sorry. Go on, my pretty. Say again. Go on. Sorry.
I was reading what Squid had read. In fact, I agree with Squid so much. It's like we think that's just common sense, just saying that if it was me, this is what I would do. But if you'll notice now, what she says happened in that storage facility was that he touched her
nana.
Well, no, she didn't say he touched that. She said he touched her top and made a comment, and then he pulled her britches to the front and looked down, and pulled her britches from the back and looked down. I'm sorry, I ain't never had no man pull my britches away from me and just look. They gonna touch. They're not just gonna look. I mean, if you're gonna go that far, they're gonna go and try to cop a feel.
Yeah, and again, I'll tell you one thing. George must have been really bored. She must.
For real.
I mean, bless her cotton socks. She must have just sat there and go, "No, fucking hell, guys, can you get over with it, would you?" You know, I think the whole thing is just an absolute very sick behavior.
Like I forget who said it. They just said it a minute ago. Just like they said, it's a slap in the face to women that have actually been through that. And I agree with you.
And here's the thing.
What makes it hard for these women. It's what makes it hard for women to come forward. It's what makes it hard for women that have actually suffered through this to stand up and say what's going on, because of women like Lipsy LaRue.
Yeah.
That say these things haphazardly. It makes it hard, because then when it truly happens and a woman goes in and they're truly saying this happened to them for real, nobody wants to believe them.
Yeah, and it's the gauntlet. I mean, there's one thing I want to stress here, and I totally agree. I 100% agree with you, but it also happens to men as well. And like it doesn't matter what relationship you're in, if you're in a heterosexual one or if you're in a same-sex relationship, or it doesn't really matter, right? Both sides can become victims, and there's enough evidence and proof out there. And people like this who cry wolf and make false allegations, and there are a lot of people out there for one reason or the other, because they didn't get their way, or because they didn't get didn't get the attention, whatever. Making false allegations does make it worse for women who have been physically attacked to actually get the support and help, because they have to go through this gauntlet of questions and like, you ask AT, or you ask what's he called, Haldor, and I mean, I got trained on the process. When someone has been attacked and they report it, there is such a process you have to go through. Like everything that you bag from that individual, you have to wear protective clothing yourself. You have to wear gloves and everything else. You can't touch anything physically. And they have to go through a rigorous interview, physical checks. Then they get interviewed multiple times. Because at the end of the day, right, it's you have to remember that it's, you know, when you get people who cry wolf, they make it harder and harder and harder for true victims to get the support and help. This is why I detest people who use labels. Yeah.
Exactly. And trust me, I mean, if somebody went to pull my britches and went to look at my no square, I'm gonna haul off and pop the living tar out of them. I can tell you that right now. I don't care how big you are, because I'm a lady, and that's just the way it is. And I carry myself as a lady, and I wouldn't put myself in that position. Number one, but number two, I wouldn't have been saying the things that she'd been saying to a man that's not my husband. Number two, but I would absolutely haul off and just pop the living tar out of somebody. But that's not what happened. That's not what she's saying happened. She's not saying that she was incensed by it, that it just, she was so tore up. She said she felt intimidated.
I mean, here's the thing. Everything that she has said or stated, right? If you put yourself in a position of fear, you deliberately go into a situation where you are fearful. Why did you do that in the first place? Point one. Point two, if someone, hypothetically speaking, if someone touched you inappropriately, why did you allow that? Why didn't you back away and run or leave? Three, why are you texting someone who apparently, which we know is bollocks, right? Who apparently SA'd you? If I mean, no disrespect, I'm just putting myself in a position of someone who's been SA'd. I would be in my car, straight down to the next nearest fucking copper, and I'll be going, that person just SA'd me. And I would make sure that copper, right, I became his shadow.
What is a married woman doing texting another man the stuff that she has texted? If you don't know what I'm talking about, Jeremy made a post of it. It's also up in Tubetown. Otter Creek Tubetown Facebook, the Jeremy's post is up there. And she also posted things that she said on a video. Why would a married woman be posting those kinds of things to a man that she is not married to? Why would a married woman be going to a storage facility to meet a man that was not her husband? Why? Why would she be calling him Master Jeremy?
I mean, like, I've got female friends over in Germany. You know, when I was still serving, I had female friends, but they were friends. I mean, like, I'll give you an example of like my wife knows her, Jessica. Right? It doesn't matter. But she texted me one day, and she just had an issue with her boyfriend. And she was telling me, and I was going, okay, what's the matter? And she was telling me everything that was going on and all that shit. And then when it came to a point where I was going, ooh, hang on a minute. And I'd said in the text, I said, look, that stuff you need to talk to your brother with, or to your mum, or to someone else. I can't get involved in that. And she was like, oh, all right, okay then. 20 minutes later, I've got my best mate phoning me up going, oh, have you spoken to Jessica? I went, yes. And he went, did she tell you? And I stopped her before she got too far into it. And he went, why? I said, because that's fucking nothing to do with me. I can't get involved in that. All I can say is I told her to come talk to you. And he went, yeah, good point. I'm glad you did. And I went, good. And he went, how you doing? I went, well, I'm doing good. How are you doing, you German git? And he was like, oh, better than you sheep shot. And yeah. So we went into it, like, you know, insulting each other for 5 minutes. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to send text message to someone, you have to stick to the context, not just make shit up.
Right, exactly.
Rattis, shut up.
And you don't have, I mean, and I'm sorry, but you don't have the right as a married woman to text to another man what you want to swallow of his, or where you want him to touch you, or what you want him to do with you. You do not have that right. You are married.
And she contradicts herself. Sorry to cut you off there. Well, it's my stream anyway. No, but Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I think. Sometimes I get when me and you on together. Sometimes I think it's me and Squid. So because Squid, I'm a guest on the podcast. I'm like, shit. Anyway, my stream. Wait, shit. I forgot what I was going to say now. No, here's the thing. If you're sending text this is where it contradicts each other. Where both things contradict. It's just dawned on me. If you're sending text messages and all this shit, and the storage completely go against each other, the stories are not adding up.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't add up, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And maybe I'm just jaded, folks. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just jaded, and
No, you need a Dr. Pepper. You need a Dr. Pepper. That's what you need.
And I question everybody. I can't help it. I've been around this man that we're talking to right now for quite a few years, so I've learned to question everything. Okay. When you're around Spawn a lot, you learn to question everything.
Oh, fucking right, you should. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to question everything because at the end of the day, it's nighttime and you can't see shit without a light. And the thing is, some of these people are very clever. Don't forget, we're talking about, we have 3 people in this whole fucking group, right, who are lawyers or have been lawyers. No, we got 4, sorry. We got Leslie. We got her husband Michael. We've got freaking Mr. Magoo, right? And then we got fucking Deuce Foreskin. We got 4 out of those 4. We've got 2 active lawyers who've got a license, and then we've got 2. One that he lost his license because of his federal crime, and the other one who quit because she got caught out. So you should ask yourself: these 4 people, right? They know the law. They know how to circumvent certain things to make and they think that they think that they have leverage. Excuse me, lawyers, right? They think they got leverage, but what they don't realize is that people like you, like me, or like Squid or anyone else, we're not lawyers. We haven't been trained to look for loopholes and lies and shit like that. We see things as they come with common sense, and we're very skeptical. So on one thing you're saying this is what happened at the storage, but on the text messages it's totally different. Or is it just me fucking overthinking shit?
No, that's true. It's like you see the disconnect. That's the thing. That's the thing about lying. That's the whole thing about when you're trying to facilitate this scam that's trying to go on it this way. And she admits that this is what she was trying to do. So I'm not saying that. I'm just repeating her exact words, that she was trying to build confidence, getting Jeremy's confidence. She was trying to make him trust her. So she was basically, it's a con. It's a scam. You're trying to get something and you don't mean what you're doing. So when you're doing that, you have to really keep your stuff in order. You got to keep it going. And usually you don't have so many people looking at you, so it goes over a little bit better. But this is too high profile. This has got too many people looking at it. Too many folks digging into the dirt. Yeah. They're seeing too much. It's not going to work with this many eyes on it. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? If you put yourself into the public eye and you make allegations, and both sides are, you've got Jeremy Hell's richly proving the text messages when it was going on and happening. I doubt very much that they would get in their car, drive around all freaking night just to record that. Right? That's point 1. Point 2, they've got the text message. Like I said before, with all these DMs and shit like that, both people have the same DMs. So that means both people have the same thing. Now, one thing that I am very skeptical, because I know there are websites and there are programs out there where you can actually set up a fake phone number and send someone a text message. It's been proven. I've seen it actually done. Online, but there's a lot of question marks behind this, because if you're going to sit on your platform, make threats to put all your money into AdSense and then go after the supporters and that person, right? And the fact that you've in the past have multiple accounts, and the way you behave, you have to come to a conclusion and say, well, this is all a setup.
Yeah,
It's all a setup.
Look, my grandma told me if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Oh, this one does walk like a duck. You fucking.
And I'm telling y'all, there's something, not right. There's just something not right.
Yeah, there's a lot that's not there's a lot that's not adding up on her side. And to be perfect honest with you, right? She's already gone beyond the plausibility of this, because at the end of the day, if anybody out there had been physically essayed, they would go directly to the police, or they would report it. They wouldn't wait 1 week, 2 weeks, or whatever, and then sit on their platform and flap their gums and then make false allegations, God knows what else, and then decide, oh, I'll go to the police today. I'll go and report it today.
Yeah, they wouldn't go on there and do a live stream and do an interview and talk to somebody else before they went to the police and told the police. Now, I do know that some women do not go and report this to authorities. They don't report it to anybody because they feel dirty and they feel like they did something wrong. But that's just the key right there, folks. They don't report it to anybody. They don't go sit on YouTube. They don't talk about it. They don't make jokes about it. They don't laugh about it. They keep it to themselves because of how they feel, because they feel dirty. This is not the case. This chick went on YouTube, laughed about it, made jokes, talked about and told everything that happened, and was very open with everything. But yet she didn't go to the police. I got an issue with that. That's just my personal opinion. I got an issue.
All right, Haldor, I would really, I'm sorry, but that comment needs to be deleted, because we don't want to make accusations or allegations. I appreciate what you're saying, but let's just let's not bring that crap into that type of stuff, because unless you can prove it. I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere, but please refrain from making such comments. And please don't get me the wrong way. Yeah, but in regards to that, so no disrespect, but let's just not say things like that. Yeah, it's not that I'm concerned. I just yeah, and I don't know what Squid and I anyway. Like, we're discussing one thing and they're discussing something else, which I don't mind, because they're having a conversation amongst themselves. So. But when it comes to, my brain's gone. I'm getting so fucking wound up now. How can you accuse someone of something and then fucking sit on a platform and brag about it?
Because some people don't. Because see that cup in that little chick's hand right there? Ethics. Some people don't have ethics. Some people have no morals. Some people don't do that. I couldn't intentionally hurt somebody on purpose for nothing in this world if they did nothing. They didn't do anything to me. Just because you say something about me, well, I've been called a lot of things. I've been called worse things by a lot of good people. So just because you say something about me or you make a joke about me, that's not going to cause me to go after you and try to ruin your life, because your opinion of me is not what my opinion of me is. That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous for a grown, almost 50, 60, ever how old she is, woman. It's ridiculous.
It could, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Haldor, it could be looked into, but I'm not going anywhere near that. That's one of the topics that I refuse to discuss, because at the end of the day, that's one thing I do not touch. However, when people do the research and they see stuff like that, then obviously it's their choice to discuss it or not. Now, I forgot what I was going to say now. No, I haven't forgot what I was going to say. I know that you got to shoot off and all that, but 81, you hit the nail on the head. You know, the shitometer detector is off the fucking scales right now because it just doesn't make any fucking like if you are going to sit on a platform on YouTube and make accusations and allegations, but the other person can prove categorically that you're texting, right? And that person is not alone, then you have to prove, or you have the burden of proof to say that George and Jeremy are both lying.
Yep.
And like I say this to anyone who makes an accusation, maybe, you know, using labels or whatever. You know, the crampons have done it. Everyone on both sides of both sides of the coin. A lot of people have always made allegations, but they've never sat there and shown factual proof because it's their burden to prove what they're saying is factually correct. Now, when I discuss something with you or with Squid or someone else, or I'm talking about a subject, I will put up proof and show you that proof what I am discussing. I won't sideline and go to a different topic and then start talking about something else. I will stick to that topic because at the end of the day, right, everything that's online, right, you have a right to criticize it. You have a right to comment about it. You have a right to educate people on things. And I am calling BS to that allegation because at the end of the day, why doesn't the text and the statement coexist?
And,
It's like
and think
two.
about this. I'm sorry. I was going to say, think about this real quick. Jeremy says that George knew all about this from the beginning, correct?
Yes.
That George knew everything.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Lipsy LaRue says nobody knew about this from the beginning on her end. She didn't tell Lisa. She didn't tell her husband. Don't that sound a little strange to anybody else but me?
Yeah.
Why would Jeremy is out? He is saying out to everybody else. George knew about this from the beginning. He told George. He told his attorney. He told everybody what was going on from the start when all this started. So my question is, why didn't she tell everybody? But she didn't. She didn't tell Lisa, and she didn't tell her hubby. And it begs to question again. That's why I tell Queenie to think about this. If she didn't tell you the beginning what was going on, and she didn't tell you what was happening, she only told you about it after things started to transpire. What makes you think she's not lying to you now? Oh, because she's your friend. She wants your friend a few weeks ago when you were on there talking about, you were putting her down and talking about her, and everybody in your chat was talking about her. I mean, daggone, even Marla don't believe this chick. Even Marla has issues with Lipsy LaRue. And Marla sticks up for everybody. So if Marla's got an issue, you got to think about this. You got to think about it. She needs to be careful because this person.
It's very easy to fabricate lies that you will then start to believe yourself. Now, I mean, when this first came out, I sat there and the first thing I thought, and I went, yeah, that's bullshit. And like a little voice in my head then said, why? And I went, well, can you just imagine all this happening and being said and being done? And you got George sitting there going, oh, I'll just wait. I don't think for 1 second that she would tolerate or allow anything like that, let alone. Why do you think that they were both texting her? And this is where she made a mistake. She was all flapping her gums on her live stream and everything else. But here's the thing. You've got both of them sitting in the car, right? When she's a passionate, she's texting. And when he's a passionate, he's texting. So I would, yeah, I think Lips is in more trouble than she fit. Oh my God. She must love punishment. She must just love punishment.
Have you read the text? I think she really does.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, have you read the text that Jeremy put up today? I think she really does like punishment. Have you read them?
No,
Oh, you've got to be kidding. You haven't seen those yet?
no.
Let me enlighten you.
Oh,
Let me just so you can
oh,
have what I have in
um,
my mind.
right. While you're doing that, DJ brings up a very interesting name, Marla Hughes. Oh my God, this woman was involved in this from the get-go. She even called the Levy County Sheriff's Department and got herself involved. And from what I've been hearing, either she is very lonely and just needs the company, or she just, I don't know. I really can't put my thumb on it. I really can't, because all these people who have caused so many freaking problems, they've lied through their teeth. They've made stuff up, and like they still carry on. I mean, at what part are you going to sit down and look back at all this and go realize of how much shit you've put yourself in? And to be honest with you, technology right, is going to come back to bite you in the ass. That goes for the lips. That goes for Leslie. That goes for everyone on the anti what the hells. You have put yourself out there for criticism. You have put yourself out there for how can I put it? For I don't know, what's it called? Scrutiny. And by the way, Stormkiller, you got me blocked because I can't see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the way I see it, check my Facebook this way. Check my Facebook. What am I looking at? What? 1 second, please.
Your time is important to him. Every time I hear that on a phone call, I think about you. Your time is important to us.
Oh, snap. Oh. Now, wait a minute. Just a small portion of the code. Unfortunately, children are not being known by the standard file version for everything on it. I called every sickness, every message that's signed.
Double karma in
hang on a
12
minute.
days.
Did she use a fake name?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of her other personalities.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Because you know what? If she's using a fake name, is that picture her or someone else?
Yeah, no, that's her.
And that's the name she's used.
Yes, and that is that she has admitted to that name before. Like she's admitted that's her.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So when I say I think she might like the punishment, she might. Just saying.
You know what this means now, don't you? She's even in more trouble.
Like Cynthia says it.
Anyway, I think we should go on to the film reviews before you shoot off, because after reading all that and seeing all that, let's hate Leslie. 2 things. 1, seek professional help. 2, seek professional legal help as well. Using a fake name. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh freaking dear. Oh dear. I mean, yeah, I just have, I have. Oh my God. I am never ever going to see Chewbacca the way you should be.
I know, right?
Oh my God. Rattis, I should kick you out for that. You just ruined you just ruined it for me, man.
I know he sent that across to me, and I think he wants you to put it up. And
Oh
he
my
just
good God.
to me, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
And and also you guys, you people need to stop using past tense, past fame, even if you didn't have it, just because you knew someone. Do you know how many famous people I have met in the years? Over the years, sorry. Do you know? You know how many people I've met?
I've met a few stars, but I mean, they get in their britches one leg at a time, just like I do.
Yeah, a lot. A lot. And do you know something? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like you can tell this is definitely a agenda to try to destroy Jeremy. Look, Jeremy's no angel. You know, his shit smells exactly like everyone else's shit. He wipes his ass just like you and I do, all right, and just like they do. But to go to this extreme, I do really, really hope with a zig-a-zigar that some of these people do get put in prison and they do get the help they need to deal with whatever they're dealing with, because like you can't make, oh God. Anyway, film.
Yes.
Take me to a happy place, please. Now, wait, no, no. I watched a film today called, what's the frickin' thing called? Oh God, what's it frickin' called? Pluribus?
I have no idea. Never heard of it.
You never heard of Pluribus?
No.
No, you haven't?
No, not
This
pluribus.
one here. Pluribus. You never heard of it?
No. Tell us about it.
It's only recently just come out. It's only
Okay.
recently just come out. 1 second, let me see if I can find it. Very quickly. It's not bad actually. It's a bit weird. I'll be honest. It is a bit weird. It's a TV series. 1 second. Basically, it's in a world overtaken by a mysterious wave of focused happiness. A woman called Carol Stalker, one of the few immune, must uncover what's really going on and save humanity from its own bliss. Sorry. And it's from the United States. It's a drama sci-fi released in November the 7th last year, and produced obviously. Yeah, so it is actually quite an interesting one, and it's on its first season, and it's got episode 9 so far. It is worth it. I mean, she's a bit of a, but I could understand. But it is quite a developing storyline to it. So if you ever want to watch, yeah, I did today, actual fact. But yeah, oh my God, my brain has gone fucking air. How can this be legal? How can this be legal in the States? How can this happen in the States? How can all these people attack one individual?
It's just something I've never even seen before. It's unreal.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. So go and check it out. Oh, when you can't, there's nothing else you can say. You know that?
Yeah. Like you have nothing. You just have nothing. That's just it. You have nothing. There's just nothing else to say.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, like, I don't want to lose whatever brain cells I've got. I protect 99.9 million of them, but it's that 1 or 2 that I've lost and I want back, and I don't know how I'm going to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Seagull, hello, good to see you. Hi, Dave Green, how you doing, bud? You got anything to add? Because I'll tell you one thing, my brain's gone. Bleh.
No, I did watch a movie that I thought was pretty good, called The Roses, and it is a updated version of the movie The War of the Roses that was
Oh,
what was his name? Michael Douglas years ago.
yeah,
And this is like an updated version. Same principle, same basic storyline, just told in a different manner. And it was actually really, really, really good. It surprised me. I didn't think it would be as good as it was. And they did a really good job on a remake of something. Because of course that just seems to be the thing nowadays is the remakes. And it's called The Roses. And it seemed to be a really, really good remake of The War of the Roses. It wasn't these people were it was more everyday people,
yeah,
just everyday. Instead of like The War of the Roses was more the rich folks, this was more the everyday people going through this, living through this, and what their children were put through and different things. It was extremely good. It's called The Roses. And I've also still been watching Landman. I've been trying to make it last. So I've been watching one episode a night with dinner with the hubby. And it is absolutely incredible. I love this TV show. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. I've never laughed so hard in a drama series in my life. But it is Billy Bob Thornton is at his peak. I mean, he is just chef's kiss. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of his best things that he's ever done so far. And he is just great in this TV show. Absolutely great. Landman is amazing.
I mean, there's so many new films coming out from all different types of levels and genres, but some of them I like. For some reason, I rewatched all the Fallout series. I'm watching that. I watched all the Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. I've watched some of the old Star Wars ones like the Mandalorian and stuff like that. But there's one that came out. I can't remember the name, but it's about a couple who are trying their utmost to get the other one to divorce them, and it's absolutely hilarious. And I just can't remember the bloody name.
I don't know, but Fallout's really good. I binged watched that whole thing. I couldn't stop watching it. I'd find myself watching it at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I just couldn't stop. It was just so good. Fallout's amazing.
It is. It's good. I mean, you had Macaulay or that from Home Alone. He was in it, and like he's already making a big deal of his scene in it.
But you have to like post-apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, it's really well made. It is really well made. If you play games or any of you do play PC games, Fallout, there is a game called Fallout, and it's very, very close to the game. The robots, for example, you do come across them, halfway in through the series. So that the armor, there's a lot of stuff in the game that you'll see in the program. So it is quite good. I like the fact that they've actually sort of like bridged the game and the series. So that's a good thing. And yeah, and oh my god, my brain has gone all over the place now. Yeah. So when it comes to what we've discussed tonight, at the end of the day, the only way this can be resolved is let the law deal with it.
Absolutely.
You can have an opinion about everything, and you can as long as you're constructive, you can criticize. Everything tonight has been our own personal input, our own personal viewpoints. It's been educational, that's fucking for sure. There's been a lot of comments made, that's for sure. Journalistic investigation, absolutely. And there's been a lot of criticism, a lot of constructive critique. And people need to remember that if you're going to put shit out there in the public, then everyone has the right, and anybody has the right to scrutinize what you say and do.
Yep.
Now, here's another thing you need to remember. If you're going to make allegations against someone, not being alleged or speculate, but you're going to accuse someone of something, just make sure that you don't get caught out with your own words or your own actions. But anyway, back to the film. What else have you been watching?
That's it. That's all I've been doing.
Yeah. It's been a good ride tonight, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It has. My
So what-
child is here for dinner.
So what cell number did you get?
What cell number? Oh, I get number one.
Look at
I'm
you.
always number one on the list. Haven't you ever seen the hate, the hate thing that they post all the time with everybody's name on it? I'm always number one.
Yeah, so act like a diva.
I earned that place.
Go. Do you know what? I think we should change your name to the Diva Pretty.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
number one. Well, if you got number one, I'm getting the basement.
You're gonna bring up the rear, huh?
Right. So we're going to go into Q&A. I mean, obviously, you need to shoot off now because you've got 3D stuff. You've got real world stuff to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask real quick? Because my son is here for dinner and I've got to go get it ready.
Yeah. She has to hunt it and kill it and cook it and skin
It
it.
says strap it to my back and truck it back home.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, a woman found hunting deer in forest, seen walking down highway with a 12? Yeah. I recently watched a great film. Who's nailing Palin? Oh, wait, what? Are you being sarcastic now? Palin. What's his name? He was one of the actors in the Monty Python. Palin. Is that the one you're talking about?
Okay, Monty Python, that's just so out of my realm.
Sorry, I had myself muted there. Yeah.
Heard of it.
Wait a minute. Let me just see. Mary Satigal. Oh, yeah. No, not talking about that. Don't bring that crap in here, Rattis. I know that you haven't brought it in here. You just put the name out there. Freaking, yeah, we're not. Yeah, I'm not going to discuss that.
All right, I'm out of here because my child is downstairs waiting on me.
All right, Nestle. Thank you very much for being here. So everyone's
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, take care. See you tomorrow.
All right,
And
bye-bye.
thanks very much. Take care, sweetheart. Right. 1 second. Let me just get this. Oh, wow. Right, where is that? Yeah, Sarah Palin. What's his name? Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, go ahead. And to all the newcomers, thank you very much for joining us. And thanks very much for becoming a member, to all the new members. And thank you very much for subscribing. Please remember to hit that like button. And remember one thing, truth and facts are very important. Also, if you go and have a look on the description, there's been a shout out, and basically the shout out goes to 1 second, please. I'll tell you straight away. All right, you got DJ Rattis, the expert, JayKFilmz. Wait a minute. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? One second, please, while I wait. What the... CaptainKearn and... Okay. That's a bit weird. What's going on here? 1 second, guys. Oh, man. Right. Okay. They don't work. Right. I would have to do that again at some point. Great. Brilliant. Fantastic. You just can't make shit up. But anyway, you just can't make the shit up. No, well, Randy, it's not an insight or information. It's basically giving you our personal opinion of, or it's giving you the how can I put it? It's just basically an opinion of what we see or what we experience and what we're witnessing, because this whole thing is just surreal. You've got what they call in brackets normal human beings behaving the way they behave. I mean, it's where do you draw the line? To be honest with you, and the fact that people are making accusations and allegations, and basically not proving anything, and just making stuff up. Where do you draw the line? Yeah. So where do you draw the line? Michael Paley, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, are there any questions? If you've got any questions, please ask. Go ahead. I'll wait. Because one thing I need to do, I need to fix the links, because on the shout out, the links for some reason don't work. I always seem to do that. I always put the wrong links in. What a lie. What? Why would you make like? Anyway, so if there's no questions, then obviously we're going to call it. I'm going to call it a night. And I can't believe someone has subscribed to me. Thank you very much for the subscription, by the way. Called Happy. I hope you are. I hope you are happy. And to all the newcomers, thank you so much for joining. And welcome to the Wolf's Den. So on that note, I'll wait. I'll give you a couple more minutes, and then I'll call it a night, because it's only fair to, Was it in the Spanish Inquisition? What was in the Spanish Inquisition? Hang on a minute. I wasn't around then. Oh, you're being funny, aren't you? Hey? Sailor boy. Good night, Kim. Thank you very much for coming. We're not done yet. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Paul, good to see you, by the way. It's been a while. I'll probably have to catch up with you at some point. Actual fact, you remind me. Oh, yeah. Still on there. Yep. I got to do all them again. But anyway. Right, guys. Well, if there's no any questions, thank you very much for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that some people will see sense in everything that's going on. And Spawn, when are you playing the supermarket game again? That's a good point. When should I play it? Well, it's definitely not Wednesday. I can play it on Friday. Yeah, I'll play it on Friday. I'll do a couple of hours on Friday, and then we'll carry it. And if you got we can actually come up with a new name for the supermarket. Yeah, I think we'll come up with a new name. Only fair, isn't it? I mean, it used to be stalkers for us. Now it's gone to the big blue bucket or some buckets blue, whatever. But we'll come up with a new name for it. But again, thank you very much again for tonight. 1 second, please, remember JK, and go and show him some love and some support. Let's not forget our guests who are here tonight. We've got we got DJ Rattis, and then obviously we had Squid Pro Que who came in as well. You know, and Eric, if you want to put yours in, you're more than welcome. Missy Lady, same thing for you. Well, to be honest with you, I want the aliens to stop this planet so I can get off. That's for sure. And again, guys, when you get a chance, please go and show JayKFilmz some support and love. And here's his link here. Okay. And before we leave, just a very quick shout out. Okay, first of all, Heroes Chris, thank you very much for the members for 1 month for renewing your membership. Ammo Girl, thank you very much for the 5 membership gifts. Appreciate that. Snowflower, thank you so much for that $50. I really appreciate that. Robert Ward, again, thank you very much for your membership. Again, thank you. And Orange Fanta is better than sacrilege. Anyway, and Kasha, again, much love to you in Florida. Thank you both for being here. SMN, again, thank you very much for becoming a trooper. And yes, prayers to JK. And then obviously, Freckled Ginger, thank you very much. And that's a very good one. That how can I put it? I forgot. I want Freckled Ginger. I want metadata from her devices for proof. Yeah, absolutely. That's without question that. And then for your commissary, and then Ammo Girl has gave me $2 for my commissary. I wonder how much I can get out of the commissary for $2. But again, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your support. That's much appreciated. And like I said, it's all going to go for good. You know, even though, like, you know, I need to fix things, but that's beside the point. There's also going to be streams where we're just going to shoot the shit. I am going to try to invite people on, but I need to make sure that the individuals, when they do come on, they behave themselves and they don't say shit. Because there's some streams I want to do where I don't want to talk about all these idiots, these clowns, and I just want to have a little bit of fun. Yeah, SMN, I really do appreciate your support, buddy. I really do. You're such a nice guy. And don't forget to go and check out DJ Rattis. He does his DJing, so you need to go and check that out because there are some really good tunes coming out of that. And let's not forget my pretty. All right. I've already, the other day, I actually showed my pretty about some stuff about shorts. And hopefully, you know, I mean, she can go live, but, you know, obviously she's still doing some stuff, getting everything set up. But please go on, Heidi. Well, you know, we're nearly finished. Heidel, you know, Heidi. Oh, fuck it, you know what I mean. But again, one thing you need to remember: if there's no proof, no facts. And you know what? Freckled Ginger has a bloody good point, actually. You know, we should see a complete metadata print out. What did I just press? Oh, there you go. I don't think that one device was used. I think there was more than one device being used. Or a cell phone and another device. But that's me. But anyway, has anyone got any questions before I call it a night? And again, thank you so much for everyone being here. Thank you so much for your support. And why is that still on? That's yeah. Calder store, swamp outlet store. Well, guys, if you can come up with names, right? We'll talk about that on the day when I'm playing the game, and then and don't forget there's only certain amount of letters I can use, so you need to remember that, right? Okay. I stumbled. You spawned. Yeah, I had to work later. Yeah, no, wow, of course you did. You should know me by now. But one thing I will say tonight is this: truth and facts and evidence will always call out the BS. And there's a lot of people out there who like to lie through their teeth. They never show. And this is what really pisses me off. You get these people, right, who make allegations, who make assumptions, or they say things, but they never, ever show any factual proof. And that's why I always turn around and say, hey, if you're going to make an allegation or you're going to say something against someone else, then the burden of proof is on you, not on anyone else. It's on you. And if you can't prove what you're saying, it's very easy to go to a police station and make a report. But if on an essay, if you go to the police, it'll be approached differently. So why did the police turn around and say you need to take out an injunction? It means that you went down to that police station and you said something completely different than what you've been telling everyone else. Because the police would have reacted completely different. Just saying. That's my assumption. That's an assumption. We don't know. I don't know how the police work over that. But anyway, on that note, guys, you know what's going to come next. You know what's coming. Have a good night. Thank you all for coming. All the newcomers, welcome to the Wolf's Den. Right. And if you need to know about the rules or anything, just ask one of the administrators or any of the mods. There's no administrators here, there's mods. And they will be more than happy to help you with the rules. Okay? And if you got any problems, speak to Amal's girl and she'll deal with it. Okay? But on that note, guys, I'm calling it a night. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Dankeschön. Shukran. And
They go live every night selling drama on demand with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till Spawntrooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Spawntrooper, is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawntrooper's on that. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. With this one, now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawntrooper's got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawntroopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing is striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of moves. Spawntroopers here to expose your is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak,